This session is based on our mental and as well as physical health, and we can correlate that if we are mentally fit, then physical state doesn't matter, as we were already discussing the same thing with all. So we have very great speakers all around India who are going to relate the things. The session is going to help you for your future ventures also, whether you are an educator, whether you are a businessman or entrepreneur or a homemaker only. So session is going to relate each and every is going to cover each and every, we can say, the criteria of life. So without wasting time, I request Akash sir uh, to just introduce the publication house and the session.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. I first welcome you all, and first thank you. आप सभी इतना सपोर्ट करते हैं, आपके सपोर्ट के लिए, आपके कंट्रीब्यूशन के लिए ये सब कुछ प्लान हुआ समिट। ये अराउंड 10th प्लस समिट है एबीसीडी इंटरनेशनल का, जब से लॉकडाउन में जर्नी शुरू हुई थी एबीसीडी की। और उसके बाद जैसा पब्लिकेशन स्टार्ट हुआ तो सभी को पता है, और आप सभी की कंट्रीब्यूशन से ही हम इतने आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। हम सब मिलके साथ बढ़ रहे हैं, तो ऐसे ही हम इन फ्यूचर आगे बढ़ते रहेंगे। समिट्स रेगुलरली हम एवरी मंथ अपन करते हैं। तो इस बार मेंटल एंड फिजिकल हेल्थ का टॉपिक है। टॉपिक भी काफी सबको अच्छा लगा है। तो इम्पोर्टेंट ये है कि हम जिस 5 सेक्टर्स पे फोकस करके दोनों ऑर्गेनाइजेशन चल रहे हैं, तो सोशल, पर्सनल, प्रोफेशनल, हेल्थ और वेल्थ, तो हेल्थ पे फोकस करना था, इसलिए हमने ये टॉपिक चूज किया है। और ये उसका क्रेडिट भी डॉक्टर सोनिया मैम को जाता है, उन्होंने ये टॉपिक सजेस्ट किया था। फिर से एक बार सभी का स्वागत है। और आज अपने साथ इतने एक्सपर्ट गेस्ट भी जुड़े हैं। तो जैसे सर का मैसेज हुआ, मैंने उनको बोला था। और अपने लिए सौभाग्य की बात यह है कि ऐसे टॉपिक पे उस फील्ड के रिलेटेड काम करने वाले 40+ ईयर का उनका एक्सपीरियंस है, और इतना ज्यादा उनका कंट्रीब्यूशन है उस फील्ड में, और वो एज ए गेस्ट मिलते हैं, तो हमारे लिए वो सबसे बड़ी बात है। और इसी के साथ फिर हम आगे बढ़ते हैं। एबीसीडी के बारे में मैं थोड़ा सबको शेयर करना चाहूँगा। एबीसीडी इंटरनेशनल फैमिली काफ़ी सारे ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स करते हैं। जैसे हमारा एक सिग्नेचर ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम है, ट्रेन द ट्रेनर, जिसमें 10 ट्रेनर्स होते हैं, वो ट्रेनिंग प्रोवाइड करते हैं, नेशनल इंटरनेशनल ट्रेनर्स होते हैं। और इसके साथ साथ लाइफ कोचिंग, बिजनेस ट्रेनिंग्स वगैरह वो प्रोग्राम्स भी होते हैं। और रिसेंटली बुक पब्लिकेशन है, तो बाबर्ड इंटरनेशनल पब्लिकेशन बुक्स राइटिंग में, पब्लिकेशन में हेल्प करते हैं। और आप सभी ने देखा है कि कैसे हम उस इनिशिएटिव को आगे लेके जा रहे हैं। अभी एजुकेटर्स के लिए एक वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड के लिए प्लान हो रहा है। तो वो तो बातें होती रहेंगी, पर आज समिट है तो समिट के रिलेटेड डिस्कस करते हैं। सो विदाउट वेस्टिंग सो मच टाइम, मैम ओवर टू यू, प्लीज कैरी ऑन। और फिर से एक बार आप सभी का स्वागत है।
थैंक यू सो मच आकाश सर। So as a guest speaker of the day or the evening, we have our very own Dr. Pramod Rajput sir. Sir is traveling. Sir, are you comfortable? I would like to introduce sir.
I'm listening.
Yeah. So sir is a seasoned corporate professional with a rich experience of over 40+ years in pharma and healthcare, sales and marketing, while handling domestic business, as Sir is a vice president and vertical head. Sir is now given responsibility as senior vice president, international business in Cadila Pharma Limited, an Indian multinational leading pharma company based at Ahmedabad. He is a permanent member of Executive Council of International Association of Soft Skills Trainers and of Educators and Corporate Trainers as well. Sir has been nominated by UNESCO laureates as being board member of Crown University, Argentina, USA, UK, WITCAF Association. Sir is an executive committee member of MSME Chamber of Commerce and Industry of India in education sector. He did 25 certification courses from all leading international universities across the world and completed diploma in NLP from American Board of NLP. Sir has launched many brands division and converted them as a blockbuster brands and arrowhead divisions in organizations from acute to chronic therapy. We heartily welcome you, sir. Sir, I request you to just grace the evening with your words of wisdom.
Ma'am, so much. Once again, thank you, Akashji, and all eminent guests who have joined here. It's a great honor and privilege to be here on this wonderful platform because I always keep
I request you all to kindly mute yourself.
So I keep always admiring Mr. Akash because he is doing a lot of work for the society, right? And that is the reason that I always like to be associated with all of you because you all are adding a lot of the things to the society, which is very, very important. When this topic has come for the mental health and physical health, I personally feel that yes, of course, when you are physically strong or mentally strong, the both things are complement to each other, right? So if you are physically strong or the mentally strong, you will be able to deliver the responsibility. I'm not saying about the job, all right? Job is one of the part of it. When I say about the responsibility lies not only at the working place, it also lies at the home also, because we are equally responsible for our home, we are equally responsible for our surroundings. So that is the beauty of this. And being working in the pharmaceutical company, I have seen personally that you have to be mentally strong. And when you are mentally strong, then of course it requires a physical strongness, because we keep on talking as a medical people that some exercise is very important, your health is a wealth, because you can see the case of Mr. Jhunjhunwala, right? The person of 41,000 crores, he was sitting on the wheelchair. There was one of the video which was very much viral there, that he wants to dance, but he was sitting there on the chair and dancing. He is mentally, he was very strong, but physically gone, right? So it's a service which is very important. If you are strong, then you can make a difference. So this is a wonderful topic. I've seen not many wonderful speakers who were joined here. And Priyanka ma'am, since you are moderating this wonderful session, my salute and my gratitude to you. And with this, you can carry on. I will be a good listener. And I love this topic because I personally believe, and I personally do other things, that is, I go for the my exercise, and at the same time, I always make the people that they should be mentally happy. When they are mentally happy, there will be always positive thoughts. There will be always positive words will come in their vocabulary, which is important. And the people who are the positive, they will always inspire others to aspire. That is all. Thank you so much. And now over to you, Priyanka ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. And sir, I would like to share here, whenever I found you there in the meeting, even listener only, it always boosts up my morale. I admire you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you
so much, sir, for just sharing your experience with us. So now I would like to call upon our first guest speaker of the evening, Dr. Sharda Chakrabarti. Have you joined, ma'am? Do we have Sharda ma'am with us? Dr. Ritu Gupta, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Yes, she is here. Just join.
Sharda ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Sharda ma'am just gave a message that she'll take a little bit of. Yes, she's just joined. Yes, she's joined, ma'am.
Okay. Very good evening, Sharda ma'am. How are you?
Good evening. Thank you for understanding. And good evening, everybody.
Okay. A very good evening to you, Sharda ma'am.
Your virtual background.
Yes, I'm doing it.
So, meanwhile, Sharda ma'am is getting ready with the things. Let me introduce her to you. Dr. Sharda is an educator with an experience of more than 20 years in the field of education. She is a certified career counselor and a soft skill trainer. She is a AIEF master trainer and an author. She is the founder director of Golden Future Career and Counseling. I once again welcome you, Sharda ma'am. Now all yours.
Thank you so much, Priyanka ma'am, for this beautiful introduction, and thank you so much. So I'll be sharing my screen. Please, can you give me permission to share my screen, ma'am?
Akash sir, please.
Yes. Go to screen. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can.
Thank you so much, sir. 1 minute. And thank you very much. First of all, let me. I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Akash sir for giving this wonderful platform today to express our views on such a beautiful topic. And the topic is, of course, the mental and physical health. Who is not aware that the both are so very important for all of us? So now let me share my screen. I hope I am very, very clear. Because of my system, it was little disturbing. So I will share my screen. I hope it's very, very clear to all of you.
So today, very much clear.
Thank you so much. So this beautiful topic, and good evening to all the dignitaries present today. I'm starting my presentation, a very small presentation. First of all, what does WHO says about the health? We all know, and we are teaching to all our students in school level, and of course, starting from class 9-10. Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. What is that? If a person who's physically well, mentally also well, and behaving properly in the society, in his neighborhood, then that person is, of course, said to be healthy. This is a definition given by WHO. Now, the physical health and the mental health are interrelated. A sound mind in a sound body is an old and appropriate saying for good health. We have always heard this particular, like if your body is sound, then of course your mind is sound, and then you're the balanced person. And if there is a problem in any one of this, we are of course not healthy, even if we have a body of a bodybuilder. So why is good health important? Why we are talking about, why we are today here? So healthy behavior reduces our risk of physical and mental disorders such as heart disease, stroke, anxiety, depression, diabetes, cancer. Yes, of course, cancer also. Body image issues, eating disorders, to name a few. Am I clear to everyone? Can you all hear me? Okay, someone actually disturbing sound was coming. Okay, so now body image, like it was a interview done on few ladies,
women. Excuse me, ma'am. This is a request to everyone to kindly mute yourselves because some echo sound is there. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much, Priyanka ma'am. So in general, like it was an interview done on few women, and they were asked about their attitude about their body image. So someone, like they said, like it is there seemed to be a slight tendency to want to be just a little more in shape. They want to be like more in shape. I believe this is a very, very common trend in our society, to that no matter how lean or in shape, like we are never satisfied with our body image, with our body shape. And we think that if we are lean and in shape, then only we are healthy. It's not that. This mindset can become so very obsessive in some people that what they do. We have seen in many cases, few actors, I have heard about few Hollywood actors, they eat and they vomit.
There's a particular term, I'm forgetting about that particular term today. Maybe Dr. Rajput can tell that later on. I will ask from him later on. I'm forgetting. They eat and they vomit just to be, they want to be in shape. And what they go into obsessive exercise behavior. I have seen this like in the month of, I think when I went to Delhi, I met my niece. She's very trim, slim and trim, but she has stopped eating food and she's doing vigorous exercise. She's in class 12 just to be in shape, just to be in shape. She's perfectly in shape, but she has got this obsession. So what are the key elements of health? The most important thing we should remember about health is that it is a continuous progress throughout your entire life. It's not 1 day, 2 days, or your young days or your childhood days. It's all like today, we are mid-aged, but it is important today also. Even if there are senior people, for them also, there is the importance of health. So it's throughout, it goes on entire life. So health is about striving for improvement, not for perfection. There is no perfection. We can always improve our health. And health is about creating balance in our life, and our activities. So in this way, we can balance ourselves. So get moving. How to improve your physical health? Get moving. Engage in regular yet moderate physical activity. For example, I don't get time to do morning walk because my school starts at 6:50 a.m. So I don't get time. And when I come back, it's about 1:30 and it's so very hot that I can take a walk on the streets. So what I do, my school there are 6 floors. So I try to move on and down through stairs, though there is a lift, but I try to walk so that I am in shape always. So this moderate physical activity, try different activities which you enjoy the most. Some people, they are obsessed, they love walking, so they can walk. So strive for a total of 60 minutes every day, and most days of the week, 60 minutes, you can do it, and you can increase it. And every little bit counts. Like, for example, I tell my students, they are very scared of maths sometimes. So I said, please do only 10 sums every day, only 10 sums. So they just ask me a question, 10 sums? I say, yes. At the end, after 1 week, 7 into 10, 70 sums. Isn't it wonderful? They say, yes, ma'am, 70 sums. So every little bit counts. So you have to keep moving, get moving, push yourself as much as you can do. So suggestion for few activities which you can do. There are many, like you have pets, so you can walk with your pets. Some people, they love hiking, and there are many sports like I love the one that take the stairs. I love taking the stairs. Walk instead of taking the bus. Park your car little away so that you can walk. We can do that. Sometimes we just get irritated. We are not getting parking lot. So be happy if you get a parking lot little far so that you can walk. That will help you small bit. Do some martial arts if you love, like dancing. I have taken dancing in this age. I dance because it's not that I always loved it, but I never got the chance. But now today, because of online sessions, I have got the chance and I do it. Like skateboarding, swimming, whatever seems to you can go with your likings. You can do few of these activities to be healthy. So now, moving to the next slide. So now the next one is how to improve your physical health. Simple, by taking good diet. Strive to eat more real and homemade food instead of going into the fancy food. Go and have good food. Reduce consumption of sugar. Like I have stopped taking 3 white things in my diet. That is white sugar, white salt, and white refined flour. That is maida. I don't take these. So try to avoid all these 3 white things in your life. Increase consumption of fruits and vegetables. Learn to cook. It's a life skill. and it's worth learning. And sometimes you cook food for your family, and you can do it. I have like heard Dr. Rajput saying that he always prepares morning tea for his wife. So isn't it? He's so busy man. He is busy throughout the day, but he takes small time to use the skill and make the family happy. So I think it's a great skill, and we should always take the skills. It's not only for women, it's also for the males of the society, of our family. How to improve physical health? So there are many apps. Like I personally use MyFitnessPal. So you can use any one, and you can customize daily meal plans and guideline for yourself. Out of these, there are few free and easy to use, and it helps you to understand that you should have these things like fruits, vegetables, grains, protein, dairy in your diet every day. So they will tell you, and they will help you to understand how much food is right for you, right for your body and your activity level. And in this way, you can improve your physical health. Now, this is very important. Principles of mindful eating. Like sometimes we are very unmindful. Whenever we get good food, we start taking. So learn to sense physical cues for hunger and use them as guide to be for be and stop eating. Like for example, I have heard one of the best motivational speaker, Sandeep Maheshwari. He's one of my best speaker also. I follow him. I love the way he talks. So he said that he was very fat, and he was having very unhealthy diets and all. So what he did, on his plate, he wrote 32 times at the back of his plate. And he used to chew his food 32 times. I tried. I can't chew 32 times. But what happens when you chew your food, a message goes to your brain sends a message that your stomach is full. And we have seen that sometimes we just gulp our food. We just swallow the food. And after that, we feel so tired. Why? After having your food, why do you feel tired? Like having very oily food, junk foods, we don't feel that much, very much active, because we are eating without any mind. So learn to observe when you are engaging in emotional eating. Sometimes, the people, they say, I'm depressed, and they keep on eating. I'm depressed, they keep on eating. So just understand and do that. Be mindful when you're eating. Be a non-judgmental observer of your eating habits. Observe yourself. Am I eating the right food? Am I eating more junk food? What is that I'm doing? So observe the eating habits and learn to savor and appreciate what you eat. Even if there is a vegetables, just appreciate, because be thankful that you got that plate on your table. There are many people who are sleeping without their food, 2 meals and even 1 meal. So be happy and be grateful. Now we'll talk about the mental health. So what is mental health? Mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. Means how we think, how we feel, and act. It also determines how we act on how we handle the stress, and which relate to others and make healthy choices. So this is how you are mentally very, very healthy. So you can do many things, like we have understood, like how you can improve your mental health. So sometimes we always feel, we are low in our self-esteem. So first of all, you have to increase your self-esteem. That is your overall sense of self-worth, basis on your internal belief or self. Means you should be that feeling that you are worth, you are good, should come from inside. And when you improve your self-esteem, so it reduces a lot of factor, because many a times we think that we are not worthy. The other person is more better than me. No. So it will save you from depression, anxiety, body image issues. Sometimes we are very ashamed of our own body, and eating disorders. I have just discussed, because when we are in depression, we eat more. So how you can improve your self-esteem? Having a positive self-esteem, a sense of self-confidence, it will come. So you have to improve your self-esteem because it will help you to become more confident. And when you do this, it's a life journey, it's a lifetime journey. You have to understand, you have to self-discover, self-analyze that what is that you have more. Highlight your strengths instead of highlighting your weakness. So we know that this is a small survey, I got it. There are 300 million people affected by depression. 60 million people, they are affected by bipolar affective disorder. And this is increasing, not only in the society, adult society, also in the school-going students. So now what we can do, we can help we can cultivate skills and talents and hobbies, and we can focus on self-discipline. We can be more focused on positive thoughts. When we have to think, why not to think positive thing instead of negative thing? Because we are thinking, isn't it? So think for positive things, not negative things. So it will improve your optimistic process. And one thing I also want to include, because now I'm a color therapist also, so please try to use more yellow in your dress so to remain more optimistic, because yellow color is the color of optimism. And you learn from your mistakes. Yes, we are human, and be happy that you are human. We are not God. So you're making mistakes. Do not internalize the criticism of others. Like, some people, they say you something and you think for 2-3 days. And after 3 days, when you go, hey, what did you say about me? Hey, they say, when? What happened? They forgot, but you remembered. So do not always think others' opinion will not define you. It is your opinion about yourself. So chota sa bhi, if you have some personal victory, small, like for example, people say, what to celebrate for? But come on, you are alive, you're inhaling. There are many people, thousands and I think millions of people who did not got up this morning. They are not there, not nowhere in this world. So be happy that you are there to celebrate one more day. So appreciate yourself for exactly you are right now. You don't think like, gosh, it would have happened. Don't be in that guilt. So be yourself and do activities which encourage our mind. These days, I do activities like brain gym with my student. Every day I go and I start doing the brain gym with them, and they are so happy. Set realistic goals. It's not unrealistic goals. Like, for example, when I was very fat, 65 kgs. So if I say, oh my God, I become 45 kgs, it's a very unrealistic. So I started improving day by day, and today my weight is 59. It was not that in one day I was able to make small goals and do that and proceed, and never take the setback like I'm not able to do. Surround with positive people the way we are surrounded today. So many positive people are sitting in front of me, and I'm so happy to see them. Every time when I see their smile, the way they take the life in their own stride, helping. So be with them. And thanks to this online platform, we are there with most of the time with positive people. And always remember, do not strive for perfection. There is nothing called perfection. Do you know your mobile is and your system is on beta version? Beta means always you're getting the updates. Why? Because your Android phone, whatever company you're buying, it is on beta version. Means the perfection, it's not perfect. They are improving. So always remember, you are human. So we are also in the beta version, and we have the scope of improvement. So learn and grow. And this is the way we learn and grow. So there are a few things how you can improve your body image, like having a positive body image. Will build up your self-esteem. Whatever you are, God has given, it's you, not you. You want to be like, we are not going for any Miss India or Mrs. India competition. Okay, so do not think, when there are media actually who's depicting that average persons should be, means most of the people should be thin, physically flawless. It's not that. If you see the artist, or heroine, they are also not so very flawless skins they don't have. They are using so much of makeup. And in this way, realize that these images are often airbrushed to produce a flawlessness that is unobtainable. We cannot be flawless. And do of course engage in exercises to improve health, not only to produce a flawless figure. No, it's not possible. It's impossible. So there is a chance of course, improvement, but we cannot be perfect. So acknowledge that media often engages objectification of both men and women to just sell their products or increase their ratings. So don't just see on that. Okay, so limit your exposure to the social media, encourage a growth mindset instead of your limited mindset, and always remember that you are worth. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. So today, if I go into that summary, always remember good positive health habits are very important for your physical and mental well-being. It's you who can develop these positive health habits. It's nobody. Don't get influenced. You get yourself. You do your physical and mental well-being is in your hand. So it will not only increase your self-esteem, your worth, but it will also increase your self-confidence. And remember, there are protective factors that reduces your risk of certain physical and mental disorders. Of course, you have to take those protections, and remember to strive for improvement and an overall balanced lifestyle, not for perfection. We can improve every day. Every day you can be a better version. So always remember, and thank you so much for being so very patient and listening to my presentation. And thank you so much. Over to you, Priyanka ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sharda ma'am, for being so sweet. I love your gesture of speaking. And ma'am, it was really a wonderful session. So the things you have just explained, the things or elucidated your point using the very common things which we have there in our life, like small things, eating an ice cream, dancing, swimming, listening to music. These are the small things which really make us happy. So when I am in stress, I used to listen Atif Aslam or B Prak, like this. So I feel really calm and I really feel rejuvenated. So in this way, we can relate the things. Somebody likes walking, listening music, and just to pursue your hobby and all. Thank you so much for that, because these are you have not looked for many tough things, or you have not produced us very tough tasks to get rejuvenated, to feel rejuvenated. So this everyone can follow. Thank you so much, Sharda ma'am, for such a wonderful session. I just request our audience or our attendees, if they have any question to Sharda ma'am.
One more thing we forget to share that. So best question जो भी रहेंगे, आपको क्वेश्चंस पूछने हैं, और जिसका भी बेस्ट क्वेश्चन चुना जाएगा, तो एट द एंड ऑफ समिट उनको कुछ गिफ्ट भी मिलने वाला है पब्लिकेशन के थ्रू. तो आप अपने क्वेश्चंस को प्रिपेयर रखिए, क्वेश्चंस पूछते जाइए, और जब भी कोई स्पीकर आपको कुछ शेयर कर रहा है, जब भी आपको लगता है कोई वाव मोमेंट है, तो आप वहाँ पे डिजिटल अभी अपना टूल्स है, तो टूल्स के थ्रू उनको अप्रिशिएट कर सकते हैं, या वैसे भी आप जहाँ पे बैठे वहाँ पे भी उनको अप्रिशिएट कर सकते हैं. तो आप कुछ कमेंट्स वगैरह चैट बॉक्स में भी लिख सकते हैं.
Yes, we have many ways to express ourselves, either through writing or through speaking or through some emojis and all. And I actually request you all to kindly motivate these speakers.
Thank you, Priyanka ma'am. Thank you so much, Priyanka ma'am, and thank you, Haridas sir, and thank you so much, Akash sir, for this. Really, I'm so happy and glad that you liked it, and thank you so much.
I think Mukherjee sir wants to. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Can I share one thing and also a question? Can I share?
Sure,
Okay,
sir.
okay.
Sure,
Sure.
sir.
Okay. It's my experience. It's my life journey actually. When I went to the IGCSE teaching in Maldives in 2009 and 2010, actually IGCSE teaching they have a program for the teachers for the health program. Their basic guidelines and the basic motto is: if a teacher is physically not fit, he will be mentally not fit. If a teacher is mentally not fit, he will not be able to teach the class properly. So उसमें क्या हुआ था, फ्राइडे सैटरडे हम लोग का छुट्टी था, लेकिन फ्राइडे सैटरडे सुबह हम लोग को सबको दौड़ने पड़ता था मार्ट में. Male and female, all the teachers will wear the proper dress, sports dress, even the sports shoes also, and in a very big stadium, there near about 600 teachers will be joined together, and they will start their physical activities, and one guide for the male and one guide for the female was there. Okay, and we were it was you can say we are habituated at that time. And here, not only here but also in other countries also, when I was there, like Oman, like Qatar, like Vietnam, like Cambodia, I have seen lots of physical activities done at the school, after school, and even also in the weekends also the teachers will have to come to the school. But ये क्या होता है, इंडिया में हमको अभी तक कहीं पर दिखाई नहीं देता कि teachers would have to take part in these physical activities must in a week or twice in a week or fortnightly in a school. So why we can't grow or any awareness program or any why we can't raise our voice to the society that teachers would have to take part in health and fitness awareness program. ये एक्चुअली कभी कभी दिखाई देता. इन इंडिया में होता है, जिस दिन योगा डे होता है ना, ओ माय गॉड, ईच एंड एवरीवेयर यू कैन सी व्हाइट शर्ट, ट्राउजर्स और टी शर्ट्स आर वेयरिंग, एंड द मेल फीमेल ऑल द टीचर्स आर सेलिब्रेटिंग योगा डे. दैट इज वंस इन अ ईयर. It should not be. So 365 days we are saying each and every moment that health is wealth, but we are always running behind the money. We never think that health is our wealth. We are thinking that in the bank account, how many zeros are adding, that is the wealth. That is the biggest problem here in India, I have observed. So, ma'am, Sarda ma'am, are you maintaining or pursuing any type of health awareness program weekly basis or monthly basis or fortnightly basis in your school or in any other well-known school where you have learned or you have gone through it? This is my only one question. It's not a question, it's a sharing of experiences. Why can't all the teachers can raise our voice that we should have to be physically fit as well as mentally fit? Because we are passing through our days with lots of stress and hectic class schedule, and also some other extracurricular activities. Each and every teacher nowadays, maximum school, they are doing you are the science club member, you are the math club member, you are this examination in charge, you are the library in charge, you are this blah blah blah, lots of other portfolios they are giving. So this is also a pressure from the management, I know it very well. But apart from that, I think very less they think that they will have to pursue a very good mental as well as physical health. Why can't we use our resources, our field in the school, and they can so that they can be able to join our health and awareness program? Is it okay, or is it a wise decision, or is it a awareness program we should have to raise our voice? Is it okay? That is my question.
Yes, Haridas sir, thank you for asking this question and for your beautiful experience, because whenever you talk, I learn so many things. And after such a long time, I'm seeing you in this platform today. I'm so happy. Yes, of course, I tell my students, I motivate and inspire them in a different way. Because if I use lift and I tell my students, why are you getting so very tired? So instead of that, what I'm doing, I'm climbing the stairs and they see me continuously running here and there with
Yes.
on those stairs, and they are
Yes,
very
you already
impressed.
told it. Yes, yes.
And second thing, being a house mistress, I have motivated and guided my student and inspiring them. See, we'll be having our sports day on the month of in the month of January. So now you don't have to sit down and just wait till December or January. Then when you will get up and take your running shoes and start running. Instead, you will do it every day, because I want more and more medals. And do you want me to make proud teacher or house mistress? So they really love me, and they said, yes, ma'am. And they are continuously doing. And my students, now they never say, they used to say, ma'am, 5th floor, it's so tiring. Now when they see me moving, now they don't say anything now, and they are happy. So I think in this way, I have motivated. And of course, it's very, very sad that there is no health awareness program for teachers, because even I feel so sorry for my class 12 science students, 11 and 12 science students. They don't even have one PT period also. So it's very, very sad. But I just, ask my PT teacher whenever I get chance, sir, I have got 2 periods continuous. Can you give them 1 period, so that at least they can play a TT and in the sports room. And of course, I have got very cordial relation with most of the teachers, and they give permission. So in this way, I try to do my part from my side, sir. Thank you for this question.
Thank you so much, Mukherjee sir and Sharda ma'am. Now, I would like to move ahead with the introduction of our next speaker of the evening, Dr. Ritu Gupta ma'am. Madam
Yes.
is presently, yeah, Ritu ma'am. Very good evening to you.
Good evening, ma'am.
Dr. Ritu Gupta ma'am is presently the director at Rudraksh Creations. She is a teacher, a counselor, a life coach, an author, and also an educator. She has been honored with a World Record Award twice. She has been featured twice on Google also, so you can Google her. She has bagged national and global awards along with other recognitions in the field of education, literacy, art, photography, music, and social work. Ma'am is the author of 3 sold books, A Place in the Sun, Hushed Anguish, and The Primrose Asile. She has co-authored more than 200 anthologies. She also has passion for cooking, singing, photography, traveling, and dancing. We really feel honored, Ritu ma'am, to have with us today.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
We will learn. I believe that we are going to learn a lot from you.
Ma'am, I am learning at each step from all of you. You all are my gurus, and I really appreciate being associated with such lovely souls. I'm really learning a lot.
Ma'am, it's a greatness that you feel so.
No, ma'am.
No, so ma'am, kindly just enlighten our attendees of the evening. All yours, ma'am. Ritu ma'am.
Good evening, everybody. Namaste. I will be talking with a mixture of Hindi and English both, because I feel, somewhere we need to connect. And since this is Bharat, Hamara Desh, so we need to be a bit more connected with our language as well. First, I would like to address Haridas sir. Jaise aapne kaha, just as you said, that schools are not taking the initiative to, take training programs and all these classes, that the teachers are not being able to take it, so that the competency of the teachers, as you said, that teacher is not fit, and if a teacher is not fit, he or she cannot teach well. That is absolutely true, sir. But I would like to bring into light a few initiatives that few schools are taking where I have worked before. I have worked in APS, I have worked in DPS, I have worked in KV. So over there, class 11 plus, definitely they are both classes. So we take a lot of time into academics rather than overall sports activities, because sports activities, as Sharda ma'am said, sports day is coming. So we take the initiative, it's a yearly program, and instead of a monthly or a weekly routine to just put on your running shoes and run for the sports. True, very true. So, but so schools like APS, DPS, and other schools where I have been working, sir, we have been given one class each day as games or PT or yoga to teach the children, and the class teacher has to take it. It's not that a games teacher will come for that. Any other teacher has been assigned for that. No, we have to take it. We have to spend 45 minutes or good 15 minutes with my children, and you have to be active with the children, because children, you just cannot sit down. So that way, sir, we are trying, schools are trying to incorporate the exercise aspect of the children and the teacher as well, so that there's an overall improvement of the whole personality. Like, I wanted to start, like, there was a quote. I just came across a quote that was, money lost, nothing lost. Health lost, something lost. Character lost, everything lost. Now, generally, when the word character comes, this character words, it implies, something which deals with the attraction or the vibes that we have for the other gender. It's not that. What I feel is, character is a balance between the body and mind. Your control over yourself. आपकी अपने ऊपर कितनी कंट्रोल है, अपने अपने ऊपर कितनी क्षमता है अपने आप को मॉनिटर या अपने आप को डिसिप्लिन में रखने का, दैट इज कैरेक्टर. दैट कैन बी एनीथिंग, योर फोकस, योर विल पावर, योर डिटर्मिनेशन, योर कमिटमेंट. सो इट इज ऑल अ पार्ट ऑफ द कैरेक्टर. हिंदी में कहावत है, हम लोग छोटे से सुनते आ रहे हैं, चिंता चिता समान है. सो चिंता जो है वो जनरली क्या है, मेंटल है, और हेल्थ जो है वो फिजिकल है. सो बेसिकली, अब छोटी सी एक मैं एग्जांपल ही देती हूँ. मेरे घर में राइट नाउ आई कुड, ब्यूटीफुल प्रेजेंटेशन बाय शारदा मैम, a PPT and all. Like, I could not make a PPT because my father is very sick. For the past 3 days, I have not slept. So I would just ask you, all of you, to pray for him because he's really very sick. So that is the thing. I could not make a presentation, a beautiful presentation like Shada ma'am, but yes, she did cover a lot of things. And I feel, to stay healthy, it's very important to be fit both mentally and physically. And the most important thing is balancing the both aspect of our personality. The balancing is the art of it, actually. If you miss out on any of it, be it health wise, be it mental health wise, you become slow, or you become lethargic, or you become what to say, stressful. As ma'am said, ki, first of all, that we are all in a beta phase. Nobody is perfect. We are all, learning every day. It's not that मैंने कुछ अचीव कर लिया था, अरे भाई मैंने सब कुछ अचीव कर लिया, अब तो मुझे कुछ नहीं सीखना है. हम एक छोटी सी चींटी से भी सीख सकते हैं. माय फादर ऑलवेज सेज कि इंसान अगर सीखना चाहे, इंसान अगर लर्न करना चाहे, तो उसको हर एक जगह ज्ञान मिलता है, बट उसकी आंखें उस तरह से खुली होनी चाहिए कि उस ज्ञान को प्राप्त कर सके. जैसे काक चेष्टा. व्हाट इज काक चेष्टा? The chesta, the effort of a crow. If you see, you just put a piece of biscuit and you ask the, means we just chew off the crow. If it has focused on the biscuit or the bread, it will sit, it will fly, it will come, it will fly, it will come, unless and until it has taken the bread and just known it. So that is the effort that my father says that ye honi chahiye. So this is nothing but focus and determination and commitment towards the goal. As ma'am said, you should start with small goals. स्मॉल गोल्स करने से अब हम वो सोचेंगे कि हमें आज ही ओलंपिक जीतना है, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. हमें छोटे छोटे स्टेप्स लेने पड़ेंगे. हमें छोटे छोटे दिशा में, अपनी दिशा में छोटे छोटे पाँव. जैसे वी हर्ड द स्टोरी ऑफ द रैट, द हेयर एंड द टॉर्टॉइस. उसमें क्या था कि उसमें वही था कि जो टॉर्टॉइस था, इट वाज कंसिस्टेंट, इट वाज फोकस्ड, it was not adamant, it was not proud of itself, it was not very, like to say, what to say, too much of ego and attitude. So that is what helped it win the race, being the slowest animal. So what I feel, as ma'am said, I will just repeat the tips how to stay healthy mentally and physically. First, as ma'am said, it is right diet, definitely mindful eating, because I personally feel when I'm depressed or when my mood is not well, just मीडिया भी आजकल बहुत रोल प्ले करती है कि चॉकलेट खाओ, आइसक्रीम खाओ, you will feel well. That emotional thing will become very goody thing. So that is not the thing. दैट टाइम वी स्टार्ट ईटिंग, हमें बहुत टेंशन के मारे हम खाना शुरू किया, सोना शुरू करते हैं। तो ये सारी चीजें भी हैं जो हमारे ब्रेन को अफेक्ट करती हैं। तो ऑब्वियसली इफ आवर डाइट इज नॉट करेक्ट, आवर हेल्थ विल नॉट बी करेक्ट. Second is try to be active, as ma'am said, take exercises, but then don't overdo it. Because just ma'am, as ma'am, I would remind you, Delhi हम 29th May को गए थे. So that is what. So that is the thing. If you want to exercise, definitely take small steps. Be healthy. Because I had met a teacher in one of my workshops. She told me that, to ma'am, if you want to stay healthy and you want to move around at the old age, just make one thing very sure. Move each part of your body at least once a day from now on. कि आप उंगली को भी हिलाते हैं तो एक बार कम से कम इतना हिला लो, हर एक जॉइंट को एक बार दिन में हिलाओ, ताकि आप बुढ़ापे में उस चीज को, उसका जो इफेक्ट है, उसका जो बेनिफिट है, वो आप बुढ़ापे में कर सको, आप मूव कर सको. Nobody, none of us want to be a vegetable for our children or our family members. We all want to serve them. We don't want them to serve us. At least I feel so. तो वही है, अगर if we don't stay healthy mentally, physically, we will not be able to be active, we will not be able to focus on ourselves, we will not be able to work properly, as sir said, कि if the teacher is not fit, teaching नहीं होगी. तो अगर इंसान ठीक नहीं होगा तो वो काम कैसे करेगा? अगर इंसान खुश नहीं होगा तो दूसरों को खुश कैसे रखेगा? So things like that, especially like I would, there are other tips also, like, abstain from smoking, don't stay in the sun too long, do routine checkups. That is very important, because in foreign countries nowadays, like it's a very good habit. Every year they go for a routine checkup, जो हमारे इंडिया में नहीं है. बिकॉज हम लोग जब तक हमें कुछ मतलब भयंकर कुछ नहीं हो जाता है तब तक हम डॉक्टर के पास नहीं जाते. बट जनरली दैट इज वेरी बैड, बिकॉज अगर कोई छोटी सी बीमारी है, अगर हम उसको रूट में ही पकड़ लेते हैं, बड में ही पकड़ लेते हैं, तो वहीं पे हम चिप कर सकते हैं, जो हम बाद में नहीं कर सकते हैं, जैसे मेरे घर में अभी फिलहाल चल रहा है. सो दैट इज द थिंग, दैट यू हैव टू गो फॉर रेगुलर रूटीन चेकअप. देन क्लेanलीनेस, सिर्फ हेल्दी रहने से नहीं होगा, यू हैव टू बी क्लीन ऑल्सो, बिकॉज इफ यू आर नॉट क्लीन, नथिंग विल बी राइट. कीप क्लीन एंड कीप योर सराउंडिंग्स क्लीन. ये हम बच्चों को भी सिखाते हैं, तो ये चीज हमें भी सीखनी है. देन टेक केयर ऑफ योर स्किन, बिकॉज स्किन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. हमारा शरीर एक हम ही है जो हम हमारे साथ जन्म से लेके मृत्यु तक साथ देते हैं, बाकी कोई भी साथ नहीं देता. सब लोग एक, लाइक आई हैव माई बुक, आई हैव रिटन देयर कि सबका एक रोल होता है प्ले करने के लिए. वी ऑल हैव सोल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स. सोल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स में पीपल कम, they teach us something, maybe in a positive way, maybe a negative way, and they help us attain a higher hierarchy, higher level of ourselves. So that is the thing, that don't think like when I used to watch Mahabharat, last में कृष्ण जी का एक वो आता था, एक पोर्शन आता था, when he used to say, तो वहां पे उन्होंने कहा था कि आदमी क्यों दुखी है? आदमी इसलिए दुखी है, या तो वो पास्ट के बारे में सोच रहा है, या वो फ्यूचर के बारे में चिंतित है. बट ना वो पास्ट को चेंज कर सकता है, ना वो फ्यूचर को कंट्रोल कर सकता है. तो हमारे पास क्या है आज? वी हैव जस्ट नाउ. रिसेंटली आई केम अक्रॉस अ कोट दैट वाज सेइंग, समय के पास भी समय नहीं है आपको समय देने का. सो यू हैव टू, व्हाटएवर यू हैव टू डू इट जस्ट नाउ. दिस इज द नाउ दैट यू हैव योर कंट्रोल इन, यू हैव योर सेल्फ इन. आप अपने कर्म वैसे करोगे तो आपके फल भी वैसे ही होंगे. सो focus on your self appraisal. Like I have also gone personally, जैसे हरिदास जी ने बोला कि हम सबकी एक लाइफ जर्नी है. We all have a life journey. So thank you Rajput sir. We all have a life journey. My book is all about that. My experiences, my realizations. Just as ma'am said, we all make mistakes. No, none of us are perfect. I have also made mistakes. हम कोई भी ब्लूप्रिंट लेके पैदा नहीं हुआ है कि हमें पहले से बता दिया गया है कि ये करना है, ये करना है, ये करना है, तो आपकी लाइफ परफेक्ट होगी. हम गिरे हैं, हम संभले हैं, हम सीखे हैं. बंगाली में कहावत होगी, आप लोग खैर बंगाली में, हिंदी में अनुवाद करती हूँ कि बंगाली में कहावत है, किछु जन सोने सीखे, माने कुछ सुन के सीखते हैं, कुछ देख के सीखते हैं, और कुछ ठग के सीखते हैं. तो मैं ठग के सीखने वालों में से हूँ. ठीक है. तो वही चीज है. तो इंसान वही है, नोबडी इज परफेक्ट. कोई नहीं जानता है. जो चालाक होते हैं, जो बुद्धिमान होते हैं, वो सुन के देख के सीख लेते हैं, और कुछ मेरी तरह बेवकूफ होते हैं जो ठग के सीखते हैं. तो सीखना है, हम सबको सीखना है, हम सबको एक लेवल में जाना है जो अभी किसी के लिए भी पॉसिबल नहीं है. So instead of becoming, mentally depressed, instead of, thinking, brooding over the past, क्योंकि देखिए लाइफ में किसी के भी कोई भी परफेक्ट चीज नहीं है. नन ऑफ आवर लाइव्स आर परफेक्ट. हमें सब कुछ नहीं मिलता है जो हमें चाहिए. एवरीबडी कैन नॉट yes ma'am, Shadam, I know that. So everybody cannot have what we want, what we wish. तो हमारे लाइफ में कुछ एस्पेक्ट्स हैं जो हमें अधूरा रखना है, उसके बगैर हमें लाइफ आगे बढ़ानी है. अब हम उस अधूरे के बारे में सोच सोच के अगर हम अपना जिंदगी बर्बाद कर देंगे, अपने सारे थॉट, सारे एनर्जी उसको बर्बाद कर देंगे, तो फिर हम आगे कब बढ़ेंगे. लाइक राइटिंग इंडस्ट्री में आई मेट अ गर्ल नेम सोहिनी. I'm not taking her actual name. I'm just giving a nickname, Sohini. She was like very frustrated and very depressed. I had to discuss about her in the counseling group also, Sharda ma'am, if you remember. So she is always कि मुझे कोई प्यार नहीं करता, मुझसे कोई वो नहीं करता, मुझे कोई वो नहीं करता. मैं तो करती हूँ, मैं तुमको नहीं जानती, मैं करती हूँ, मैं चाहती हूँ तुम्हारे भला हो, कुछ भी हो. And she's so talented. 7 books, 7 solo books इस उम्र में. She's only 19 years of age. इस उम्र में 7 solo books. So I said, you're so talented, you think about it. ऐसी बहुत सी चीजें होती हैं जो हमें अगर लगता है कि चलो ठीक है, हम मान लेते हैं कि हमसे कोई प्यार नहीं करता. We go for maximum children, they go for suicides. The adults, they go for suicides. But why suicides? Okay, अगर for example मुझे XYZ नहीं पसंद करते, fine. बाकी के लोग, दुनिया में इतनी सफरिंग है, दुनिया में इतने पेन्स हैं, दुनिया में इतने एस्पेक्ट्स हैं. Like I have been into NGO. I am working in with 3 to 4 NGOs on environment, on social issues, on matrimonial issues. तो उसमें क्या है, आपको, आप अगर घर पे सपोज फॉर एग्जांपल घर पे आपको कोई पसंद नहीं करता, आप दुनिया में जाओ, दुनिया में आपकी जरूरत है. व्हाई एंड योर लाइफ, व्हाई टेक अवे योर लाइफ, व्हाई वेस्ट दिस लाइफ व्हिच गॉड हैज गिवन. मेक यूज ऑफ दिस लाइफ. वी ऑल हैव टू गो. सबकी टिकट कटी हुई है, कभी पहले कभी बाद में. बट उस लाइफ जो मिली है उसको सही से उपयोग करके, उसको सही मायने में ह्यूमैनिटेरियन लाइफ उसको देना है, तभी हमें जाना है. छोटे में कॉन्वेंट में पढ़ी हुई हूँ, वहां पे बोला गया था ह्यूमन लाइफ का वैल्यू है, ह्यूमन लाइफ का मींस व्हाट टू से फोकस है. इट्स द व्हाट टू से, मुझे वर्ड याद नहीं आ रहा. द रीजन व्हाई वी हैव बीन गिवन अ ह्यूमन लाइफ इज टू टच ह्यूमन सोल्स. यस, पर्पस to touch human souls as much as you can in a positive way when you are moving through the journey of your life. So आपका ये वो रहेगा, माइंडसेट रहेगा कि मुझे जितने लोग मेरे पास आएंगे उतने लोगों को मुझे पॉजिटिव वे में लेके जाना है, मुझे उन्हें सही रास्ता दिखाना है, ना कि खुद का दुखड़ा रोक के उनको भी और डिप्रेस कर देना है, वरना लोग आपके पास आएंगे ही नहीं. अब जैसे बहुत से लोग हैं जो अवॉइड करते हैं, जो बात नहीं करते हैं, जो मिसबिहेव करते हैं, तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है, जो मैंने बुक में भी लिखा, कि व्हाई नॉट बिकम अ पर्सन व्हाट वी सीक व्हेन वी आर इन ट्रबल. जब हम ट्रबल में होते हैं, हम जिस इंसान की खोज करते हैं कि काश मुझे ऐसा इंसान मिलता, कि मुझे ये होता, मुझे ये मिलता, मुझे ऐसा गाइड करता या मुझे सहारा देता, जो मैं आज जिस तकलीफ से गुजर रही हूँ या गुजर रहा हूँ, मैं उससे थोड़ा सा हेल्प कर, एटलीस्ट कुछ नहीं तो मेंटल सपोर्ट मिलता, मुझे एक इमोशनल सपोर्ट मिलता. तो व्हाई नॉट बिकम दैट, व्हाई गो ऑन सीकिंग, व्हाई नॉट बिकम दैट पर्सन, सो दैट एनीबॉडी हु कम्स टू यू इज फाइनली हैप्पी कि चलो कोई तो इंसान मिला मुझे दुनिया में कि मैं उसके पास पहुंची. So basically what I mean to say, because of this, that as ma'am said, media is playing a very important role, definitely in a very positive way as well as in a very negative way. So acknowledge the good things that you're learning from the media. Limit your accessibility, limit your thoughts which are going into negative way. सारी मीडिया की चीजें सही हो जरूरी नहीं है. And learn, because learning has no ends. लास्ट दिन तक, आखिरी सांस तक भी हमें सीखने को कुछ ना कुछ मिलता है. Like we have been talking about manifestations, we have been talking about, जैसे मैम ने बोला, color therapy. So these are all nothing but guiding or channelizing a person to a positive way. So that is my total whatever I meant to say. Because never do something which you are not liking it. This is a very short life. Do what makes you happy, as long as it does not harm anybody, it does not affect anybody into a negative way. Thank you, Rajput sir. I'll just last में मैं एक quote दूंगी. क्यों मैंने इतनी सारी बातें बोली. लॉरियल में एड में बस एक लाइन ऐश्वर्या बोलती है, because you're worth it. So thank you so much. जय हिंद, नमस्ते.
Thank you so much, Ritu ma'am. You were so wonderful. And as you said that you have not prepared any presentation, but you herself is your own presentation, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You actually won't require any presentation if you must have prepared any presentation. So I won't feel that the audience must have felt so much connected. What do you say, Sharda ma'am? Right?
Yes, of course. Very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, ma'am, because you have not made any presentation, so we feel more connected with you, Ritu ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
It's so
Thank you
nice
so
to
much.
see you, and we feel really honored and privileged to have you here with us today.
Thank you
I
so much.
request Dr. Bedkar if he would like to add anything. Am I audible to you, sir?
Namaste Akash sir, all the resource person Priyanka ma'am and all the participants and waiting those who are for presentation. Excellently, everything is going on with healthy tips and mind fitness for this. Just we have finished 2 presentations. I will wait for all presentations and give best wishes to all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
So
you. And
moving
please
ahead.
prepare your questions. Please prepare your question. At the end, everyone will get time to ask questions. Yeah, please, ma'am.
Yeah, so I'm continuing with the our next speaker of the evening. There will be a questionnaire time for you all at the end of the session. So our next speaker of the evening is Ms. Manjusha Halkare, ma'am. I hope ma'am must have joined us. Good evening, Manjusha ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay, so ma'am is an author of the book Raghav versus Madhav Sounds So Good to Me, ma'am. So ma'am is a soft skill trainer and founder of a women's club named Pehchan My Identity. She helps business entrepreneurs to promote and grow their businesses. She is also a coordinator of District Environment Committee, BJP Chandrapur. We welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for this lovely introduction. And good evening to all the dignitaries present over here. And thank you so much, Akash Bhabad sir, for providing me such a great opportunity to share my thoughts in this beautiful topic over here. In my training module, I have learned that a speaker should only use that language in which, in that he is more comfortable. So for me, Hindi is more comfortable than English. So I am going to use my our own language, Hindi language, for my session. So there is a character, एक character है जिसका नाम है चंदूलाल. चंदूलाल एक बार पेड़ पर चढ़ रहा होता है खजूर के. खजूर वी ऑल नो डेट्स. तो खजूर का पेड़ बहुत लंबा होता है. तो जब वो चढ़ रहा होता है तो चढ़ते चढ़ते उसका पांव थोड़ा खिसकता है. तो जैसे ही पांव खिसकने लगता है तो वो कहता है कि हे प्रभु, अगर आज आपने मुझे ऊपर तक चढ़ा दिया, अभी बचाकर ऊपर तक चढ़ा दिया, और अगर आज मैं खजूर तोड़ पाऊं तो मैं आपको पूरे 1000 रुपए नगद चढ़ाऊंगा. और पक्का मानो, वैसे तो मैंने पास्ट में ऐसा कोई भी काम नहीं किया है कि आप मुझ पर विश्वास कर सको, लेकिन इस बार आप मुझ पर विश्वास करो. बस ऐसा कहता है और वो पेड़ पर चढ़ने लगता है. जैसे ही वो पेड़ पर चढ़कर खजूर तक पहुंचता ही है तो उसके मन में एक विचार आता है कि हम भी सोच सकते हैं कि इतने से डेट्स के लिए 1000 रुपए बहुत ज्यादा हो रहे हैं. तो वो कहता है कि प्रभु, चढ़े हम पेड़ पर, मेहनत हम करें और 1000 रुपए पैसे आपको मिले. बस ऐसे सोचता ही है कि धड़ाम से नीचे पेड़ पर से गिर जाता है और खजूर भी उसके हाथ से छूट जाते हैं. फिर अपने कपड़े साफ करता है उठकर और फिर ऊपर देखकर कहता है कि हे प्रभु, इतना भी ना समझ सके. अरे जरा सी मजाक की थी मैंने आपसे. अगर आप आज गिराया ना होता आपने मुझे तो आज आपको 1000 रुपए मिल जाते. तो बस कुछ ऐसी ही चंदूलाल जैसी स्थिति हमारी भी है, हमारे मन की भी है. हमारा मन एक टाइम पे बिल्कुल स्टेबल नहीं होता. इतना एक सेम मूवमेंट में चेंज होते रहता है. अभी ये सोच रहा है तो अभी कुछ दूसरा सोच रहा है. अभी हम सोच रहे हैं कि प्रेम से भरे हुए रहते हैं कभी कभी हम, और बस उसी वक्त हमारा मन जो है एकदम घृणा से भर जाता है. कभी कभी हम करुणा से और दया से भरे होते हैं और बस उसी वक्त हमारा हृदय एकदम क्रोध से भर जाता है। कभी कभी तो जिसके लिए हम मर मिटने को तैयार होते हैं, बस उसी वक्त थोड़ी देर में हम उसे मारने के लिए भी तत्पर हो जाते हैं। तो हमारा मन बस अभी ये, अभी वो, अभी ये, अभी वो, बस ऐसे ही चलता रहता है। तो क्या हम अपने मन को कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं? क्या हम अपने माइंड को कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं? क्या हम अपने इमोशंस को कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं? या फिर क्या हम कभी भी अपने मूड को कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं? शायद नहीं, है ना, शायद नहीं। तो फिर हम क्या कर सकते हैं? बस हम रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं। हम अपने लोअर इमोशंस को हायर इमोशंस से रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं। हम अपने लोअर कॉन्शियसनेस को हायर कॉन्शियसनेस से रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं। लोअर को डिस्कार्ड कर सकते हैं और हायर को डेवलप कर सकते हैं। सो डिस्कार्ड करने के लिए डेवलप करना बहुत जरूरी है। अब आज हम जैसे फिजिकल और मेंटल हेल्थ की बात कर रहे हैं, तो एक्चुअली हेल्थ जो है ये एक बहुत बड़ा गिफ्ट है हमारे लिए, एक बहुत बड़ी एसेट है, ऐसा मानकर चल सकते हैं। और माइंड एंड बॉडी, मन और शरीर, ये एक ही नेचर है, या ये दो अलग अलग नेचर नहीं है, एक ही नेचर के दो फॉर्म है। जो भी हमारे मन पर होता है उसकी वेव्स हमारे बॉडी के हर सेल तक पहुंचती है, और जो भी हमारे बॉडी पर घटित होता है उसकी वेव्स हमारे माइंड तक पहुंचती है। तो इसीलिए हमें मन और शरीर, ये दोनों को संभालना, सवारे रखना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है। एक जैसे कि अभी आपको सबको दिख रहा होगा कि ये मेरे हाथ में एक पेज है। यहाँ एक साइड में मैंने ए लिखा है और एक साइड में मैंने बी लिखा है। सपोज ए अगर हमारी बॉडी है और बी हमारा माइंड है, तो अगर मैं इसको फोल्ड कर रही हूँ साइड बी से, मैंने फोल्ड किया, मैंने प्रेस किया, अब मैंने ओपन किया, तो साइड बी में भी एक लाइन दिख रही है और साइड ए में भी एक स्कार, एक लाइन, एक इंप्रेशन छूट गया है। अगर मैं इसे ए साइड से फोल्ड कर रही हूँ तो और ओपन कर रही हूँ, तो साइड ए में भी एक आपको फोल्ड दिख रहा है, एक लाइन, स्कार दिख रही है, एंड साइड बी में भी आपको उसका इंप्रेशन, इम्पैक्ट दिख रहा है। तो ये बस यही है, हमारे जो शरीर पे हो रहा है उसका असर हमारे मन पे होता है, और हमारे जो मन पर हो रहा है उसका असर हमारे शरीर पर होता है। इसीलिए ये दोनों को संभाल कर रखना, संवार कर रखना बेहद जरूरी है। तो आज सबसे पहले अगर शरीर की बात करें, फिजिकल हेल्थ की बात करें, तो फिजिकल हेल्थ को अचीव करना, मेंटेन करना बहुत इजी है। सिंपल, प्रॉपर एक्सरसाइज, प्रॉपर रेस्ट एंड प्रॉपर डाइट, ये तीन चीजें अगर हम फॉलो करते हैं तो हम फिजिकली फिट रह सकते हैं। ये बहुत इजी, फिजिकल हेल्थ सबसे इजी है। डिफिकल्टी तो वहां आती है जब बात अगर उठती है मेंटल हेल्थ की। तो मेंटल हेल्थ के लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं? मेंटल हेल्थ एग्जैक्टली क्या है? अगर जैसे देखा जाए तो मेंटल हेल्थ की बात हम एनिमल्स के लिए जनरली नहीं करते, हम ह्यूमन बीइंग्स के लिए किया जाता है जनरली, क्योंकि मेरे हिसाब से ह्यूमन बीइंग का होना ही एक डिसऑर्डर है। अब मैं ऐसा क्यों कह रही हूँ? क्योंकि ह्यूमन बीइंग एक लाइक अ सीड में एक पॉसिबिलिटी होती है कि वो ब्रेक हो सके, देन जर्मिनेट हो सके, एंड देन उससे फ्लावर या फ्रूट आ सके। तो बस ह्यूमन बीइंग भी एक पॉसिबिलिटी है, हम एक सीड है, एक पॉसिबिलिटी है जो कुछ बन सकती है। और हम सभी को कुछ ना कुछ मतलब परेशानी है। ये परेशानी इसीलिए है कि जो हम आज है, वो जो हम हो सकते हैं वो नहीं हो पाए हैं। क्लियर हो रहा है? जो हम आज है, जो हम हो सकते हैं वो अभी तक हम नहीं हो पाए हैं, इसीलिए हमारे जीवन में परेशानी है। और अगर हम बोलेंगे खुशी क्या है, तो जो हम हो सकते हैं वो अगर हम हो चुके हैं, हम बन चुके हैं, हम पा चुके हैं, अगर वो है तो वो हम कहेंगे कि वो हमारे लिए खुशी की बात है, खुशी या फिर आनंद की वही बात हो। तो अब हम सब वो कर रहे हैं जो हम बनना चाहते हैं, हम बन सकते हैं और हम बन पाएंगे। हम एफर्ट्स ले रहे हैं। लेकिन एफर्ट्स लेने के बावजूद भी हम फिर क्यों नहीं कर पा रहे हैं? तो एक छोटी सी इंफॉर्मेशन के साथ इसको मैं क्लियर करूंगी। क्या आप सभी जानते हैं कि जब शेर शिकार पर जाता है तो वो 100 टाइम्स अगर वो शिकार पर जाता है तो 75 टाइम्स या मोर देन 75 टाइम्स वो फेल हो जाता है शिकार करने में। वहीं अगर 100 फिशेस अगर जन्म ले रही है, बर्थ होता है, तो 50 फिशेस जो है वो एक फॉर्म में डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाती, या तो फिर बड़ी फिशेस जो है वो छोटी फिशेस को खा लेती। तो सिर्फ 50% फिशेस ही अलाइव रहती है। अगर हम और देखें तो जितने भी बर्थ ह्यूमन बीइंग के बर्थ होते हैं तो 68% बच्चे ही अलाइव रह पाते हैं। 32% बच्चे जो है वो किसी ना किसी कारण की वजह से उनकी डेथ हो जाती है। जितना भी रेनफॉल होता है तो उसमें 73% रेनफॉल वो पूरा हमारे पृथ्वी में किसी भी काम का नहीं होता है। और जितनी भी सीड्स बोते हैं या फिर नेचुरली जो आती है उसमें 82% सीड्स जो है वो भी यूजलेस होती है, वो भी जर्मिनेट नहीं हो पाती। तो जब नेचर में 75% शेर के एफर्ट्स गए, 50% फिशेस चली गई, 32% बच्चे नहीं रहे, 73% अगर वाटरफॉल रेन वाटर वेस्ट हो रहा है और 82% अगर सीड यूजलेस हो रही है, फिर भी क्या नेचर रुकता है? नहीं, नेचर चल रहा है। इसीलिए आज हम नेचर को देख भी पा रहे हैं, नेचर चल रहा है। तो जब नेचर के इतने एफर्ट्स वेस्ट होने के बावजूद भी नेचर अगर चल रहा है, तो हम जो होना चाह रहे हैं उसके लिए जो हम एफर्ट्स ले रहे हैं तो वो एफर्ट्स वेस्ट होंगे, ये हम एक्सेप्ट नहीं करते। तो लॉ ऑफ वेस्टेड एफर्ट्स को अगर जब हम समझ ले कि अगर हम कुछ एफर्ट्स ले रहे हैं और वो वेस्ट होंगे ही होंगे, जब नेचर में हो रहे हैं तो फिर हम तो ह्यूमन बीइंग है, हम तो एक बहुत छोटा सा मतलब अंश है इसमें। हमारे एफर्ट्स वेस्ट होते हैं तो हम निराश क्यों होते, हम अपसेट क्यों होते, हमारा मॉरल क्यों डाउन हो जाता है? तो अगर इस लॉ ऑफ वेस्टेड एफर्ट को अगर हम समझ सके तो हमारा एक जो पहलू है निराश हताश होने का, वो कहीं ना कहीं हम उसको समझकर आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। दूसरी बात मैं कहना चाहूंगी कि आपको पता है कि बंदर को मदारी कैसे पकड़ता है? किसी को पता है क्या? अच्छा, चलो मैं ही शेयर करती हूँ। जब भी बंदर को पकड़ना रहता है मदारी को, तो वो क्या करता है, एक बहुत बड़ी हैवी बॉटल लेता है, ट्रांसपेरेंट बरनी जिसे हम कहते हैं, जिस बरनी का नेक जो होता है वो बहुत ही नैरो होता है। तो उस बॉटल में वो फ्रूट्स रख देते हैं, नट्स रख देते हैं और वो रखा जाता है जहाँ बंदर आसपास है, जहाँ उन्होंने पकड़ना है। तो बंदर जब वहां आता है, देखता है इधर उधर आसपास कोई भी नहीं दिख रहा है और उसे फ्रूट्स एंड नट्स दिखते जब है, तो वो क्या करता है, उस बॉटल में हाथ डालता है, फ्रूट्स नट्स पकड़ता है और मुट्ठी में पूरा पकड़ लेता है, जितना आ सकता है सारा पकड़ लेता है और अपना हाथ निकालने की कोशिश करता है। लेकिन बॉटल का नेक इतना नैरो होने की वजह से उसका बंद मुट्ठी का हाथ उस नेक से बाहर नहीं निकल पाता और बस वो ट्रैप हो जाता है। बहुत कोशिश करता है लेकिन वो नहीं निकाल पाता, इसलिए वो ट्रैप हो जाता है। उसे मालूम ही नहीं कि अगर मैं ये मुट्ठी खोल दूं, सब छोड़ दूं, ये फ्रूट्स छोड़ दूं, नट्स छोड़ दूं और मुट्ठी खोल दूं, तो मैं बहुत ही आसानी से, बहुत ही इजीली मैं अपना हाथ निकाल सकता हूँ और मैं फ्री हो सकता हूँ, मुझे कोई पकड़ नहीं सकता। ये उसे पता ही नहीं होता। बस कुछ ऐसा ही हमारे साथ भी हम कर रहे हैं, हमें पता ही नहीं है कि हमने कौन कौन सी चीजें मुट्ठी में जकड़ के रखी है, पकड़ के रखी है। अगर हम वो मुट्ठी जिसमें कोई कुछ काम का नहीं होता है, अगर वो हम छोड़ दे तो हम भी कभी किसी के पकड़ में नहीं आएंगे, या किसी के मीन्स अपने ही टेंशन, वरी या फिर फ्रस्ट्रेशन के पकड़ में नहीं आएंगे। हम फ्री रहेंगे, हमारा माइंड फ्री रहेगा। हम जैसे अगर वो बंदर छोड़ दे तो आजाद होगा, वैसे ही अगर हम ये सब छोड़ दे, मुट्ठी अगर खोल दे, तो हम भी एक आजाद ही प्राणी हैं। और तीसरी बात यहाँ मैं ये कहना चाहूंगी कि हम सभी जानते हैं कि एक्सेप्टेंस है ना, एक्सेप्टेंस। तो ये एक एक्सेप्टेंस पॉइंट को शेयर करने के लिए मैं एक आप सभी जानते हैं लॉन टेनिस के एक प्लेयर है जिनका नाम है आर्थर एशे समथिंग है, आर्थर। तो आर्थर उनको एक बार 1983 में आर्थर को क्या हुआ कि हार्ट की प्रॉब्लम हुई, तो उन्हें ब्लड दिया गया, लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली जो ब्लड उन्हें मिला उसमें इन्फेक्शन था, इन्फेक्टेड ब्लड उन्हें मिला, और इन्फेक्टेड ब्लड की वजह से उन्हें एड्स हो गया था। अब उनके इतने सारे जबरदस्त फैन थे, तो उन्हें जब ये पता चला तो सब फैन, बहुत सारे फैन उनके पास पहुंच गए, और उनमें से एक ने पूछा कि आपने भगवान से शिकायत नहीं की कि इस भयंकर बीमारी के लिए, बदनाम बीमारी के लिए आपने मुझे ही क्यों चुना? तो आर्थर ने बड़े ही प्यार से उसे आंसर किया। उन्होंने कहा कि आपको पता है कि मेरे एरिया में करीबन 50 लाख से ज्यादा लोग लॉन टेनिस के लिए स्टार्ट करते हैं, 50 लाख से ज्यादा करीब लॉन टेनिस के लिए स्टार्ट करते हैं, उसमें से सिर्फ 5 लाख लोग सीख पाते हैं, उसमें से 50,000 लोग जो है वो क्या नाम है समथिंग उसमें पहुंच पाते हैं, मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा, और 5,000 लोग ओलंपिक्स में पहुंच पाते हैं। उसमें सिर्फ 50 लोग जो है ओलंपिक्स में पहुंच जाते हैं, देन 4 लोग सेमीफाइनल में पहुंचते हैं, 2 लोग फाइनल में पहुंचते हैं, और कप सिर्फ एक को ही मिलता है। तो जब मैंने उस वक्त नहीं पूछा कि आपने इसके लिए मुझे ही क्यों चूज किया, तो आज मैं क्यों पूछूं कि इस बीमारी के लिए आपने मुझे ही क्यों चूज किया? तो इससे एक बात हमें समझ में आती है कि जो भी हमारे पास है वो उसे हम एक्सेप्ट करें, जो भी है। और मुझे तो लगता है हम यहाँ सभी इतने स्वस्थ है कि हम तक तो ये सब कुछ आया ही नहीं और ना ही आएगा। तो जो हमारे पास है, जैसा भी है, हमारे रिलेशन, हमारा एसेट्स, या फिर हमारी हेल्थ वेल्थ जितनी भी है वो उससे हम एक्सेप्ट करें और खुश रहे, आगे बढ़े। एक कहते हैं ना कि परिस्थिति में इतनी ताकत नहीं कि वो आपको डिस्ट्रॉय कर सके, परिस्थिति में इतनी ताकत नहीं होती सच में कि वो आपको डिस्ट्रॉय करे, लेकिन अगर आपकी मनस्थिति खराब है तो वो परिस्थिति के पहले भी आपको खराब कर सकती है। तो बस यही एक लास्ट मैसेज में देना चाहूंगी कि अपनी मनस्थिति को अच्छा रखें, अपने माइंडसेट को अच्छा रखें, ताकि कोई भी सिचुएशन अगर आपके सामने आती है तो हम उसे फेस करें। और लाइफ है तो चैलेंजेस एंड प्रॉब्लम्स तो होंगी, बट अगर हमें फेस करने की वो स्किल अगर आ जाती है तो हम सक्सेसफुल हैं, यही बस मान सकते हैं हम। सो दिस इज फ्रॉम माय साइड। थैंक यू सो मच। थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू मैम।
You were so amazing, ma'am, Manjusha ma'am. Though I found, though you said in the beginning कि मैं bilingual होंगी अपने सेशन में and I feel more comfortable with हिंदी, तो मैम अगर आप हिंदी में नहीं करती ना तो शायद इतनी कनेक्टिविटी फील नहीं होती। द एग्जाम्पल जो आपने किया मंकी ट्रैप, कि हमने अपने आसपास इतनी सारी चीजें जो है ना लग्जरीज अदर देन नेसेसिटीज, वी आर रनिंग टुवर्ड्स द लग्जरीज, और उन लग्जरीज से हम इतने ज्यादा ट्रैप में आ गए हैं कि हम अपनी जो हमें भगवान ने पहले से ही प्रोवाइड कर रखा है शायद हम उसे एंजॉय नहीं कर पा रहे हैं। अगर हमारे पास एक छोटी गाड़ी है तो वी आर लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड सम बिग, और हम उस छोटी को एंजॉय ना करके रादर वी आर वर्किंग हार्ड एंड वी आर इन अ ट्रैप, जिसे कहते हैं ना। सो वी आर एक्चुअली नॉट एंजॉयिंग आवर लाइफ विच गॉड हैज ऑलरेडी गिवन अस। और बहुत सारी चीजें भगवान ने, जैसे आपने बोला कि हम उसने ऑर्थर ने उसको ये जवाब दिया लाइक कि अगर मैंने जब ओलंपिक में आई वाज द ओनली वन आउट ऑफ दोस 50 लाख पीपल कि द विनर ऑफ द गोल्ड, तब मैंने जब गॉड को क्वेश्चन ही किया तो हु एम आई टू क्वेश्चन द गॉड नाउ। सो दीज आर वेरी, I can say, very soft example or the very simple example, and the language which you have chosen and the examples which you have given, those were really very wonderful, Manjusha ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
So beautiful session, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Once again, I request my attendees to get ready with their questions. And as the time is running out, so I would like to call upon my next speaker of the day. So next we have with us Sakshi Chodani ma'am. I think ma'am must have joined. Sakshi ma'am, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, very good evening, Sakshi ma'am.
Hi,
So-
good evening, everyone.
So Sakshi ma'am is the founder of Mind Dynamics, a digital learning solution company, and she acts as a business consultant for Indian and international brands. She started her journey solo and thus understands the challenges faced by entrepreneurs who run small businesses from their home, office, or a small shared cubicle. Her motivational talks have been a source of inspiration for many, and this led her to start the journey of coaching and mentoring. She is now actively working towards helping business owners boost their business and create a digital business ecosystem for them to integrate their business system at large. So I request Sakshi ma'am to express herself in front of our attendees today.
Thank you so much, Priyanka, for this warm welcome and for enlarged introduction. Thank you so much. And moving ahead, good evening, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. As far as this session was going, everyone was talking about so many things like, कुछ चीजें हम सुनते हैं, but then we ignore it sometimes. We listen, we just forget about it. So summits like these are, just to encourage us to be better version of ourselves every day and to help us grow ahead. Like, you need to think of not only yourself, but about the community that you are living in at large. So sessions like these help you to remember the things back again that you must have somewhere lost in the daily hustle of life. Because the daily hustle of life is something like, yaar, kiske paas time hai, when you see these movie actors today, Instagram is very famous. So I'll just take this small example that whenever you see someone going to the gym, flaunting their, gym accessories, whether it be male or female, like, we have people who are doing this, they're flaunting their muscles, they're flaunting their body. Are they doing it for social media or are they doing it for yourself? So, but then the fact is that once you start doing it, you actually start enjoying it. And once you start enjoying it, why you would not love to show it to world? So that's how the whole connection.
Just a minute.
Yes, sir. I think there is some network issue at her end.
I think network issues there, and so the participant can ask question till Sakshi ma'am join. If you want to ask anything.
और what I would like to add कि not ask anything, लेकिन अगर आपको कुछ add on करना है rather than asking, then you can also express yourself other than speakers.
Priyanka ma'am, by that time you can call somebody else and she can rejoin, right?
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. So our, I think Vilma ma'am is here. I can see her. Good evening, ma'am.
Sakshi ma'am join again.
She has joined. Okay.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for the network glitch. Okay. So basically, like, as we had discussed that, like, life teaches you a lot of things and sometimes you just need to remember what has happened. So I keep on interacting with a lot of business owners, as my profile says, and that's how like my words might be connected to business owners, but then there's something for everyone who will be listening to this short note in a few next minutes. So speaking on like my story on like why I prefer physical and mental health as the basic element of being a human is taking me back to around somewhere around like I would say 11 months. So it was last year, November, when I was suffering through a very bad eye disease. And it was like where I could not differentiate between the people standing next to me. And this all thing happened in a span of 15 days. So in a span of 15 days, where you are having a baby to take care of, you're having family responsibilities as a woman to take care of, you're having your own professional life that you are living, and suddenly you you come across at a situation where you can't see. Now, anyone who comes into such a situation, I couldn't understand it earlier, but could understand when I actually went through it. So yes, definitely, it's like a drastic thing that happens in your life, and it pulls you down somewhere. Like, jitni energy aapke paas hoti hai, aap kitne bhi motivational sessions sun lo, whatever you do, but somewhere you are gone, you're totally gone. So that happened with me. And then that was the time that I really realized why physical and mental health is so much important. Although I have been connected with a lot of physical activities, everything was happening normal, but still I faced this thing. And when I faced this thing suddenly, so then what happened was, as a result of the physical health going down, my mental health also started going down. I was not able to concentrate. I was not able to do anything. Already the work was all hassled up. There were so many obstacles in the work, because once you can't see, you cannot see the laptop, you cannot see the mobile phone, and your work goes for a toss. So that was how, my life was 11 months back. And to bring it back, I had to do something. So fortunately, I had people around me, I had things around me, and I could come back. But not necessary that everyone can come back. And there are cases where we have seen that people fall into depression. And somewhere kahin na kahin ye hota hai that whatever you think of, but that fear of agar ye nahi hua to, agar ye theek nahi hua to, so that fear in your mind that things are not going according what you had planned, and there's so much across in the life that's going on, professionally you're going very good, and there's so much that's happening in your family, they are happy, everything is happening. But then ultimately, when you are down physically, you end up going down mentally as well. So that is the reason why I started considering that I will have to do something mentally. Now, ye physical wala to it will continue whatever is there. I can improve it. I don't know how far can I improve it, but whatever it is, I'll have to come back mentally, because even if I go down physically, I need my mental strength to stand for myself first. I don't want people coming up to me and saying, hey, sab theek ho jayega, because kuch theek nahi hota hai, okay? Things change. So they don't remain the same as they were. And the same thing happened with me. So there are stories in our life. Everyone, I'm sure, would be having stories in their life about themselves, about their family members, about their close ones, their friends, whom they have seen changing after coming out of trauma. So if now, as a business owner, if I see that there are so many things that happen in our lives, and why this whole thing is important is because you not only have the responsibility of yourself, but you have the responsibility of your family, you have the responsibility of the community who's working with you, and you have the responsibility of looking back at yourself after few months and say that, hey, where do I stand today? So not only does that mean कि आप सिर्फ अपने professional life के पीछे इतना भाग रहे हो, या शायद if we talk about females, वो अपने family life के पीछे they run so much that sometimes they misunderstand their health. And as a result, when you misunderstand your health situations, you also start misunderstanding yourself mentally. If you are not practicing something, if you're not practicing running, someone comes and says that, hey, you need to run a marathon. Now you will say, hey, so funny. I mean, how do you expect me to run a marathon when I even don't take stairs in the office? So as people here were sharing so many common examples of how you can change your lifestyle and make it more healthier for you physically as well as mentally. But there needs to be a reason. Ki kyun karna hai mujhe aisa? Why I should do it. So the first thing that I want everyone here is to identify what is the reason in your life to maintain a balance between physical and mental well-being. Because ye jo balance hai, that's very, very important. This balance is too important for a human life. And we misunderstand it. As a result, what we do is that when we start misunderstanding it, we pass it on to generations. We pass it on to our elder ones, and we pass it on to our younger ones also. And normally ये बोला जाता है that like elder ones pass on to their younger ones, but the reverse case also happens, because once you start owning a lifestyle and you're not showing a lifestyle, a good lifestyle to your elders, even they think of themselves like that. Once you tell them ki अरे आप तो 65 के हो गए, आप तो 70 के हो गए, why are you doing this thing now? No, please don't tell them that. Motivate them to do something. Whether they are 65 or 75 doesn't really matters. I have seen couples who are 70, 75 years of age working in a gym. They work out together every morning. Just think like, it doesn't matter for them whether they are lifting a 10 kg or 20 kg weight. What matters for them is they come each morning, they spend some time together with the community, with themselves, and they enjoy that half an hour together or 1 hour together. It's not a compulsion for them to stay there for 2 hours, because they are not bodybuilders. They are not building body. But the point is they are staying there just for the physical and mental fitness. So what I want you to do today is identify the purpose. What is the purpose of having you or changing your mental and physical well-being? Like, what's the purpose? Okay, so right now what you can do is, since like some of them are in the chat box, I know some of you might be listening live, so right now we can do a quick write down of our statement of why we need to be balanced in our physical and mental health. And my doorbell has rung, so I'll just take 1 small minute because no one is there at my home, so I'll just open the door and I'll be back. Yeah, so I'm really sorry, but that's how life goes. So do we have something in common where like people would like to tell as to why they want to maintain a mental and physical balance for their life? Okay, so that's the first task that you need to do. Currently, I cannot see any comments, so we'll move ahead with how you can actually do it. Okay, so my how is very much different from what people normally say. Exercise kar lo, yeah, read a lot. Okay, you can do everything, but the first very basic thing is to have a routine. Because if you're not having a routine, you're breaking everything up. Imagine you have to go to office. Your office timing is 9:30. If you reach by 9:35, you are marked as late. Okay, whether it be teachers, whether it be corporate employees, whether it be us as business owners, if today we have a deal, we have to close it, and we have a client meeting at 10. Won't we reach the office by 9:30? Yes, we would. Okay, won't we be ready mentally by 9:30? Yes, we would. So we'll not wait for 10 o'clock to actually happen in the clocks so that we can start our routines. No. So same way, you need a physical and mental routine too. So first thing that you need to do is to have a routine for yourself, which by far will become routine for your family, because they will start observing you. And what people say is, I don't have time because of my family, especially females, or sometimes even males have this thing that you're just telling ki, I have to rush to office at 9:30, so I don't have that time. You don't have that time because you don't create that time. So first thing is to create a time, create a schedule. Now it's not easy, because if you are investing half an hour or 60 minutes into some kinds of activities, then definitely your other activities will be here and there. They will be disturbed. So what you need to do is take 10 minutes at a time. Start with any new activities with only 10 minutes in your life. And once that 10 minutes becomes a part of your life, you start increasing the time, because that will automatically happen. You will love that process. So from 10 minutes, you come down to 15 minutes, to 20 minutes, to half an hour or 45 minutes, whatever suits your requirement. Not necessary that you feel guilty if this is not happening, because every person has their own time to progress. Okay, today for kids, for education, we say that, parents need to be aware that every kid takes their own time to grow. You are an adult. So even you need your own time, your own compatibility to grow with your routine. So if you are changing something in your routine, your family will be disturbed, your daily task will be disturbed, the people around you who are living around you will be disturbed. So you need to manage everything as an adult. And that's how you do it. So just take 10 minutes and start a new routine, whether it be meditation, whether it be exercising, whether it be reading, whatever you enjoy. Okay, so 10 minutes for a routine which you enjoy. Now let's move ahead to the second thing. When we talk about mental health, the mental health comes from how strong your mind is. So how strong the mind is determined by the actions that you are taking. If your mind is not strong, you would not be decisive in your decisions. As a result, you're shaky. You're shaky as a parent. You're shaky as a partner to your soulmate. You're shaky as a colleague to your teammates. You're shaky as a business owner to your team. So if you want to move out of this shakiness, the first thing that you need to control is your mind. And the only way that this can happen is by having a meditation routine. So when I was talking about routine and you need to fix up a routine, fix up a time for 5 minutes of meditation, which really doesn't mean that you need to have a sound music or there are various ways of meditating. You can actually sit calm peacefully in a closed room, not even having a music or not even having anything if you don't like it for a particular day. It's not necessary to meditate in the same way every day. Sometimes you can have audio meditations where people are speaking about affirmations and they're speaking about positive things which come into your mind. Sometimes you can be as calm as a sea. Yeah, the sea before the storm. That's what we say. That sea before the storm is the calmest one. So you can be that calm sea. You're not saying anything, but you're just cool, just observing everything. What is happening in your surroundings and absorbing that. Because absorbing acceptance is the key. Once you start accepting, then your mind becomes stronger. So the people who face failures a sudden day, okay, something happens and you fail in something. Something happens, people are not there with you. Okay, something happens, you must have planned something, then something else has happened. Now, when these situations are happening in your life, the only thing that you need to do is accept. And only way you can accept is by sitting with yourself. So even if you're sitting with yourself for 5 minutes, and observing what has happened around and accepting that situation, you are actually meditating. And I'm not saying this, experts say this. And this is the thing when I realized when I was going through my phase of all that physical and mental struggle that I spoke about in the starting part of the session today. So if you want your mind to be stable and your decisions to be not taken for granted in your family, in your work environment, in your business, if you want people not to take your decisions for granted, you need to be stable. You need to be stable in mind. You just can't say one day, you just can't go one day and say, hey, let's buy a car. But what about the pros and cons? Buying and not buying? Why do you need it? Unnecessary, stressful decisions for yourself or for your family. You lose that state of mind. And others lose it too because of you. So it's not like that others will be at peace with you when you're doing such things. So the first thing that we discussed was to have a routine. The second thing that we discussed was to start meditating, not only in forms of music, but in any form that you love. Just meditate, just sit with yourself and crack that code ki, ya chal kya raha hai meri life mein. Okay, now come to the third point where we talk about the physical movements. So there was a lot of things being spoken about in the past 3 sessions of how physical movements help your body to be active. So I'll not be actually going into the very depth of it, but the only thing is involve yourself in some kind of physical activity. Okay, where you're exercising, where you're boosting your inner chemicals to do something, okay, because that actually refreshes your mind. So as we say, body is connected to mind. Yes, body is connected to mind, and exercising is a way to create healthy lifestyle. So whosoever you are, whatever you are doing today, create a healthy lifestyle for yourself by dedicating time to exercise, whether it be yoga, whether it be Zumba, or whether it be aerobics, whether it be just walking, just cycling, whatever you love. And try doing it with someone who you love, because that encourages you. Okay, it might be your kid might be having a cycle. Buy one for yourself. Okay, ride the cycle with them. Do it 2 or 3 times a week, not necessarily every day a week. If you can't do anything, don't feel guilty about it. It's actually normal. It's actually okay about like not being able to do a particular thing. But the only thing is, if you're not able to do it on a particular day, ensure that you're covering that up in the whole week. That's how you don't feel guilty about not doing a particular thing. So the problem with people is yeah, 3 days they go to gym, the 4th day they don't go, then they feel guilty about not going. They don't see they have gone for the first 3 days. Okay, so why not join back? It's okay, and keep it in your mind. 2 din to skip hoga hi hoga. Well, that just happens. That's human nature. Okay, so why not accept it? Okay, ho gaya. Like I couldn't go. I was late from work the last night, or might be I was too tired and my body needed rest. So it's okay. I've given that time to myself to revive and join back again. But then joining back again is very important. So that's the point that you should not miss. So we talked about 3 points till now. Number 1, to have a routine. Number 2, to meditate. Number 3, doing physical exercises. And coming to the 4th important thing, that is have a love activity. Okay. Now what's this love activity? This is very crucial in anyone's life, which people really ignore, whatever be their age. Okay, I have a mom-in-law who's more than 65 years of age. She's retired. Okay, I tell her, Mom, why don't you do this? Or why don't you do that? But later did I realize that she actually doesn't love doing those kind of activities. So she would not do it. So she started doing what she loved. Okay, she loved reading literature. She started spending time on that. And the moment she does that, she is very cool and calm. Because it's very important to keep people busy. Like, even if you're having holidays, how many days can you take holidays? You feel like, wow, it's a Sunday, it's a Saturday, I will enjoy my weekends. But later, what do you do on Saturday and Sunday? Okay, you have a pile of work to be done, whether it be your home responsibilities, your family responsibilities, but then again, you end up doing nothing for yourself. So that's not how it needs to be done. You need to be attached to one activity that you love. It can be gardening, it can be watching birds, it can be going to a zoo, it can be painting, it can be arts, it can be culture, any that you feel good about. And take people along with you who are interested in similar kind of activities, because whenever you go down, these people will boost up their life. Because even if you're going down, they'll slap at your back and they will say, hey, come back, we need you. Okay, you're not allowed to take that break. And then you come back, and then afterwards, after enjoying 1 or 2 hours with them, you feel like, wow, it was good. It was great that I went out. Okay, otherwise I would have been sleeping under my bed sheets. So that's the problem. So don't wait for people to say, but do it, and do it in a way where you are attached with a group so that they are there to bounce you back. Don't do it alone. You can't achieve any goal in this world alone. If you want a health goal, if you want a wealth goal, whatever be your goal, you have a business goal, you have a career goal, whatever your goal is, you can't do it alone. You need to do it with people. So be a people person and do it with people. The 5th and the last most important thing that I'm going to talk about today is to write what you feel. Okay. Now there's a very interesting way to do this because of the technology that's today. And I'll also share later in the later half, I'll also share that how I used this technology to come out of the phase of depression that I was facing while I was having that physical trauma. So while I speak about journaling actually basically means writing down your thoughts. That's journaling. Okay, that helps you to cover up your physical stress and balance your mental stress. Okay, cover up your physical stress because you're sitting coolly, maybe with a music or a cup of coffee and writing something, and calming down your mental stress because you can actually write down, who looks at it. If you feel someone will read it, just tear and throw it away. No one will read it. Okay, so that's it. It's as simple as ever. The problem is we have made all the things complex for ourselves. Okay, ये कैसे होगा? नहीं फिर कोई पढ़ लेगा तो then what will happen if someone will read? Okay, then should I be actually doing it? Will my kids laugh at me? What is Papa and Mama doing? No, they keep on writing a diary. This is something that we learned in school. It's okay. It's okay. Just even tell them that it's a good habit, because even your teenage kids will need it. Even your teenage kids will need it. They need that space. They can't share it with you because you have that age gap, or might be that you are not so much free of talking about everything. Okay, they can't tell it to your friends because of the peer pressure, because they feel yeah, what will my friends feel about me if I tell them about my feeling? Okay, so they can't tell everything. So make journaling a habit, not only for yourself but for your family around, or for people around you. Even if they are your colleagues, they are stressful someday, take them, call them to your cabin, tell them, hey, take this paper, write down whatever you want, tear it and throw it in the dustbin. It will calm them down. For the next 15-20 minutes, they will write like anything, like hell. And after that, it will calm them down. This is something that I practiced when I was a HR in one of the companies. So, and I got a blow for this, okay, from the CEO, saying what you did. I said nothing. I said, she was just shouting, ye nahi hai company mein, this is not there, that is not there. I just told her to write down everything. And then I turned it and I threw it in the dustbin myself. I said, are you calm now? And she was literally calm after that. Okay, so these are the activities that you need to experiment with yourself, with your family, with your colleagues, whosoever that you want. Just take them together and do it. Don't do it alone, because you will not be able to do it, but together you can do it always. So that's how journaling helps. And I was telling like how journaling has helped me. So today there are various ways of how you can journal. Okay, not necessarily you have a diary. You can create a voice note on your mobile where you are speaking your heart out of everything. Okay, whatever rubbish you want. If you want, delete it later. Simple. As you can tear the page, you can even delete that voice, right? Okay, so now the point is that you have spoken out, you are very much started gaining few things that you never knew about yourself. That if situation, I can control that. You start learning that thing in your life. कि कोई भी situation आएगी, I'll be able to control the situations that are happening in my life. The only reason being because I know how to do it. And these are some things that we need to teach our kids. We need to remind our elders, sit with them and do it with them. Sit with them and do it together with them. Don't to do it. Okay, because these are some of the ideas are something which, you know, they were not sometimes elders cranky. Okay, they were not spoken so freely about these things about which we are speaking today, because we have so many mediums to speak about. So while I was practicing this journaling thing, the only thing that I did was to record my voice in the form of audio notes, and I wrote my first book. So that was how my first book was created. That was totally a audio ka pura, like, you know, audio and videos jungle it was, that we transcribed and we formatted into a book. So for coming out of that phase of depression, I actually used my book as a tool to come out of that phase. Not because it was forced ki karna hai ya karna chahiye. No, not because of that. It was there in the mind since 1.5 years to write, like, you know, likhna hai, you have to do it. Okay. But then when there was nothing to do, this was the only thing that I could do. Record my voice. There was no other option. Talk to people. So that's what I did. I talked to people and I recorded my voice. And we transcribed it and created a book. So this was how journaling practically helped me in my life. And I bet if you do these 5 things for yourself, you will be able to change your life drastically. Okay. For you all, I would just now like to repeat all these 5 points, and then I would like to sum up the session today. Number 1 is to have a routine for yourself, whether it be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, take out those 5 minutes for all these activities. Okay. Take out 5 minutes for mental, take out 5 minutes for physical activity, take out 5 minutes for journaling, and you're sorted. You're sorted throughout the month. You will not feel this person is not giving me love, this person is not giving me attention. So make a routine. Second thing is meditate. Sit with yourself, talk about what you feel, think about what you feel, the mess that's happening around you. It's okay. There's nothing wrong. So take this acceptance within you in the form of meditation. There is 1 or 2, 3 gurus whom, like, we really listening to quite often. So listen to them. That's also a form of meditation, because you are calming down your mind. That moment when you are listening to that particular speech, you are not talking.
I think there is network issue at Sakshi's end. Sakshi ma'am, your video has been paused. If you could rejoin. Am I audible to you, Sakshi ma'am?
I think network issue. We will continue, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, so the example which Sakshi ma'am has given, her real life example, and how her real life example turned into a book, are really very could be really very helpful to everyone. And keeping a journal is a wonderful idea. So we can jot down the things which are urgent to us, the things which are important to us, and sometimes we find the things really very important to us but not urgent. So we can exclude or we can postpone those activities which are important but not urgent. Otherwise, we feel really very overburdened at the end of the day. And because we all are working, so we have to look forward for the planning of our next day also. So if we are keeping a journal, it is really going to help us to bifurcate the things which are important and urgent. And no doubt, having some physical activities are really very helpful in all the ways. So thank you so much, Sakshi ma'am. I don't know whether I'm audible to her or not. We'll soon reconnect with her. So without wasting time, I would like to move ahead with Vilma ma'am. Very good evening, ma'am. I hope I'm not mispronouncing your name, ma'am.
It's okay. It's correct.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So
good morning from Brazil. Hello.
Very good evening, ma'am. Okay, so Vilma ma'am has been an international English teacher, coach, and mentor for a long time. She believes education is the key to make it a better world. No doubt, we do believe, ma'am. She teaches her students to be confident and to believe in themselves. And it is really like, if anyone is confident and if anyone is have a belief in their own self, it is really very motivating thing. So I would like to just request Vilma ma'am to express herself. All yours, Vilma ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity of being here. That's a great pleasure for me. And I have learned a lot today and empowered myself. And for sure, I learned some new tips to work with my students and kids as well. So, share my screen. Thank you, dear Akash, for inviting me. It's a great pleasure. Today, let's talk a little bit about mental and physical health, are keys to a healthy life. The strongest people are those who win battles we know nothing about. So sometimes we are judging others by what they say or act, but we not even know what they are going through. So let's listen to others and think about this. How have you been feeling these days? How have you been coping with working too hard, your family, your friends, professional and personal life? How have you been dealing with this? And as the previous speaker was saying, we have to learn how to work with our emotions and deal with them. Some of the most comforting words in the universe are "me too," that moment when you find out that your struggle is also someone else's struggle, that you're not alone, and that others have been down the same road. So when we learn about the other person's life, about um, their fears and the problems they are going through, we become more human beings and we are able to understand them. And as teachers, I always ask myself, how have our students been feeling? Because we work with human beings every day. They are in our classes, sometimes more than they are with their families. And then I ask myself, how are we dealing with their emotions and feelings? Are we paying attention to them? Are we paying attention to what they are trying to tell us? Sometimes they are so shy to tell us with their words, but if we pay attention, we can read the way they are feeling just looking at their eyes. How can we help them? How can we help our students, the kids that are with us every day? I have some tips, and I have been working with my students because I managed to create a connection with my students, and I'd like to share with you some activities that I've been working in my school and that have worked very well. And this way I have managed on working with my students mental and physical health, because yes, we are the ones that have to work with them about this, talk with them about mental health, about physical health, because if our students come to our classes and they are not feeling well, they won't learn what we are trying to teach them. It doesn't matter if you teach math, geography, history. In my case, I teach English. We have to worry about our students' feelings, and then this way they will be open to learn better. We have to care about their mental health and physical health as well. So one of the things that I do in my classes, I try making them feel really comfortable. So in my classes, we don't have the normal classes, one student behind the other one. I sit them in this way, and then this way they feel more comfortable. They can look at each other's face, and then this way they create a friendship and they feel more comfortable to communicate, to learn. And then sometimes they just play games sitting on the floor, and that's okay. I know that some teachers become crazy and feel anxious about students making noise around them, but teachers, there's no problem. Active students, healthy students make noise. Sometimes we are under pressure that we have to have a silent classroom, but are they really learning if they are in total silence? Are they learning? Are they expressing themselves? The ones who have kids know that kids are noisy, and there's no problem if they are making noise, if they are learning, if they are expressing themselves, if they are feeling comfortable, if they are feeling that we care about them. And I also think that it's very important to bring purpose and meaning to our classrooms. Students have to understand what are they learning, what will they use these things in their personal life. What is this for? Because if we just teach them the things from the book and we don't teach them how to make a connection for real life, they will feel anxious and they will have the sensation that they are not learning well. So if we make them, we help them make this connection with the things they are learning from the book through the real life, they will learn better and they will feel better and less anxious. Here I have the international meetings with my students, having people from Egypt, for example, teaching them the things that they learned from the book, making real connection. One of the most important things, listen to your students, spend time with them. If you stop and listen to your students, you will learn that maybe they had a fight with their mother, they are not talking with their best friend anymore. And when you understand, when you know what is happening in their personal life, they are open to learn what you are trying to teach them. And this is mental health. teachers, we are the ones responsible for our teachers' mental health as well. I know that there are psychologists, there are psychiatrists, and their parents, but it's up to us teachers listening to our students, help them understand their feelings, and this way we will be helping them with their mental health. It's pretty important. Listen to them. And sometimes I know that there are teachers who are just teaching and the students raise their hands. Teacher, I have a question. Okay, is it related to what I'm trying to teach you? No, it was another thing. So I can't listen to that now because I have 20 pages to work with today. Do you think that working with pages on the book is more important than listening to your students, than listening to them? Maybe the question they will ask you will help them to understand life better, will help them to feel less anxious and more active. So sometimes stop everything and listen to your students. It's more important than working with 30 pages from the book in a classroom. Working with some values, working with projects have helped my students cope with some bad feelings, and these projects help them understanding what other people are going through. So I've been working with my students, projects with teachers and students from Ukraine, from Gaza, and these and many other places, and then students are sharing their feelings, and they are listening and understand what others are thinking about and what they are suffering and going through. And then we are understanding others' emotion, and they are sharing their own emotions as well. Because even if we are far from Gaza, we are far from Ukraine, but our kids here, they are suffering when they see kids suffering in another countries as well. And then we listen to them. When we listen to them, what they are feeling, they will feel better, and we are taking care of their mental health. So relating what we are teaching to their personal lives and interests, teach them things that they will use in their personal life. This way they will feel more comfortable and more confident. Make social connection. Today, kids are on the cell phone all day long, and then we teach them that they are able to communicate with other people, they are able to express their feelings and listening to other people's feelings. Then we are teaching them about different cultures, different ways of thinking, and then this way we are teaching them to understand people better and bringing a better mental health for them. Because sometimes they are so sad and they think that they are the only ones with problems in life. And then when they listen to other people, when they share their feelings in the classroom, they realize that others also have the same problems as they have. Teenagers, they have many fears, and they think that the fears they have here in Brazil is just for the ones here in Brazil. And when they talk with students from India, for example, they see that the same feelings and the same fears Brazilian kids have, kids in India have, kids from Pakistan have, and then they are creating a collaboration, and they are all sharing emotions. And then I've created a project where my students record videos and audios talking about their feelings or talking about specific topics, and then we share our videos with kids and students from another countries, and we listen from kids from another countries, and then we are sharing emotions and feelings, and this way we are taking care of their mental health. And it's really important that we show our students that they are able to achieve more. Bring our kids to international world. This is the most important way and easy to teach them that they are able to communicate in English. And English is a language that brings us the world. With English, we can connect with anyone. I was listening before, and unfortunately, I can't understand the Indian language, and I was feeling like so sad because I realized that you were enjoying what she was saying, but I was not understanding. And through English, then people can communicate, and that's so wonderful. So bring your students to this world so that through the English language, they are able to communicate with anyone, and that's so beautiful. Empower them. Valentina, espera pouquinho, por favor. Só pouquinho. Just a moment, my daughter is here. So, empower them, bring them to the international worlds, and this way they are able to communicate with the world. And another important thing is sharing with your students your strength and weakness, because sometimes students think that the teacher is the powerful person there, is the person with all the knowledge. And when you share about your life, when you share your students that you also are afraid of something, that you also don't know about everything, and when you give them the opportunity to teach you, I learn with my students every day. I say that I learn much more from them than they learn from me. And when you teach, when you show them that you are one of them, they feel comfortable. And this way you are improving their mental health because you are showing them that you are the same as they are. Teach them different tools and different ways to show their emotions. It's really important that we teach our kids to express their emotions. Sometimes they are so shy to talk face to face, but then we can use Bitmoji, we can use some tools, Canva and others, to teach them to express themselves, even if it's not face to face. Teach them how to meditate. It's really important that we meditate, that we practice mindfulness, and teach them to stop and breathe sometimes, because sometimes we are pressuring them to learn about many things, and we don't worry about giving them time to think and relax. Be one of them, celebrate them. When we celebrate what our students are achieving, we are showing that we believe them, we are showing that they are important. And even if they have micro achievements, we have to show them that we worry about it and we care about every achievement they have, even if they are small. So let's celebrate them, let's show them that we are worried about that. And one of the most important things, take time for yourself, take time to relax and learn. I have learned that we teachers, we have to learn every day. This way we are empowering ourselves and we are believing more in ourselves. And this way we are empowering our students. We are believing more our students. Take time for ourselves. Sometimes we are under pressure doing lots of things. We have our family, we try being the perfect teacher, the perfect leader, the perfect mother. And sometimes we have to understand that we don't have to be the perfect ones. And when we teach our students that they don't have to be the perfect ones, when we let them be the ones they are, when we let them be themselves, this way we are making them less under pressure, and we are taking care of their mental health and our mental health as well. And this way, for sure, we're gonna have a better world, and we're gonna have happier students and happier teachers, and of course happier parents as well. So I truly believe that if you can dream it, you can do it. Just believe in yourself and just teach your kids to believe in themselves as well. That's all from me. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Valina. You were so wonderful in your session. Really, I would like to appreciate you for this, because you have connected all the things through your students. And as currently I am also designated as an academic coordinator, so I can understand. But when we give space for our students to explore their themselves by their own through some activities, we may allow them to express themselves. We may allow them to just give their output through some activities. If they feel, we can say, no one is actually necessarily self-actualize, but if they feel satisfied, we also feel more satisfaction than this. If our students are satisfied, if our students are happy, so it creates very amiable atmosphere in the class, and we also feel rejuvenated, and we just get like an atmosphere to give our outputs, our 200% outputs. It was really wonderful to hear you, ma'am, because
Thank you
I
so much.
personally like this section because I am also an educator. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. I thank you. I
Yeah,
really
ma'am, and
appreciate
I
it.
would surely like to hear you again, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So moving ahead, though we are beyond time limit, so without wasting time, I would like to call upon Bharvi, ma'am. I can see ma'am is waiting anxiously. Very good evening, Bharvi, ma'am. So Bharvi ma'am is an author of the book Parenting. It's easy if you do it smart. Available on Amazon in paperback and Kindle edition. She is also an energy and crystal healer. Very good to hear this, ma'am. NLP expert and life coach, working with the intention to help people overcome their mental and physical limitations to move ahead in life with ease and helps them achieve their dreams. She has successfully conducted many interactive sessions, workshops, and helped people overcome not only physical and mental health challenges, but also to build great relationships and overcome dreadful diseases with cellular healing. She will be reaching larger audience with webinars and mass healing sessions in days to come for the betterment of the community. I really appreciate you, ma'am, because you are really working very hard for the welfare of the society.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much, ma'am, and I feel really fortunate. We all feel very, really fortunate that you have joined us today's evening.
Thank you so much.
I am anxiously waiting for you, waiting to hear you, Bharvi, ma'am.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you, Akashji, for giving me this platform and opportunity to share my journey and thoughts with you. And yes, it has been an honor to listen to each speaker. They have all spoken so well, and there's so much that they shared. There's so much of wisdom that they shared today. Grateful to each one of them. And yes, I take this opportunity to further share my intentions and my experiences. I have now moved on from more from NLP and life coach. I moved on to become a healer. I've been into healing since '96, so it's more than about 25 years now that I've been working with healing. And what I found was today we are all under so much of stress, anxiety. The levels of stress and anxiety that we face are a little too much, be it a kid, be it a toddler, or be it an adult. Each one is going through that. And what we are unable to understand is we are always now looking forward to medications. Medicine was never the solution. If we go back to our ancient times, what were they not people who were under stress? You go back, look back to the history, be it any civilization for that matter. But from the Indus Valley time to when Christ was there, when Ramayana happened, when Mahabharata happened, when Gita Updesh was given, what were people not under stress? They were all under stress. We are working on minuscule level on our personal levels, and when they were doing it, they were doing it on a large scale. So we've heard of these people, these big stalwarts. We've heard of them. They've gone through so much. When we take each person who has gone through that journey, we understand. And when we look back, we understand that our ancient sciences had something more beyond medication. What they did was they worked on energy. Why did they work with energy? Because energy has its own consciousness, and they were aware of it. And they used it not only to heal them physically, but for mental and even for all levels, all aspects of their growth, from physical, mental, emotional to spiritual growth also. They use this energy. So how does it work? One basic concept is like energy flows where your thought is. So you like let us say some person has heard that by eating a banana he'll catch cold. So he's consciously aware, like every time he's going to eat a banana, he's going to be aware that banana causes cold. And so whether his body is going to do it or not is secondary, but that thought itself is going to create cold in him. So we are directing the energy to what we wanted to do. And if we say eating bananas keeps me healthy, you ask a person who is going to a gym or who is training or a sports or an athlete person, they'll tell bananas give me a lot of energy to continue playing. So what is it not the same banana which was making the other person get cold, and how is it giving you energy? So it is your belief, your thought. So your thought, the energy flows where your thought is. So now how we channelize our energies is also very, very important. So whatever we associate ourselves with, that is where our energies will flow. So if I had a neighbor who had a lot of fear about corona. If I have corona, if I have corona, if I have corona, every time she stepped out, she would step out with fear. And it's a very sad plight to know that she died because of that. So it is, you attract. When we say law of attraction, what is law of attraction? It's basically law of association. When you associate yourself with certain things, your energies flow in that direction and the universe gives you what you wanted. So that is what law of attraction is also. When it comes to healing, now, like we have big power projects where a lot of energy is being created. But then that we cannot connect our light or a tube light or a bulb or a halogen lamp in our house to that power project, right? At 444, so we cannot connect. So it is transmitted from there to smaller transformers, to other transformers, maybe to your apartment, then to your, maybe to your building, and then to your flat, to your apartment. Like that, even our body has a lot of power generating centers. Each body has a power generating center. Our digestive system, it has a main center. Then there are so many other mini centers, a smaller center, and then the mini centers. So even our digestion goes through a lot of process. So when we do with energy healing, when we do with crystal healing, when I do it, what am I dealing with? I am dealing with the energies of a person. So we have a gross body, a physical body, and we have a body which has a lot of energy in it, the energy body. So when an ailment reaches the physical body, it has to pass through the energy body before it takes place in your physical body. So when we are healing the energy body, we can remove those negative bad experiences what we have in life, the bad energies that we have accumulated, the infections that we have accumulated, all that from the energy body. And when that is removed, your physical body does not get attached with it. So you don't see, you've seen people like, because your parents have diabetes, even you will have, your parents have diabetes, you will have it. So this is constantly told. And people keep on, going for tests. And, and one fine day they come up with like, I have diabetes now. So what was it? One, your thought process was being directed to it. Another, your energies were directed to it. And thirdly, it was you were ready to accept it in your life. That is the reason you actually got it. So first, your thought went for it. The energies got attracted. Second, it infested on your energy body. And third, when you constantly kept connecting with it, your physical body also got attached with it. And that is how you built an ailment. So actually, it takes a long process before you have an ailment. Unless your energy body is affected, you will not have any kind of disease, but a simple cold, cough, to beat cancer or anything. So it is our association with energy that is what brings us what it is. It's not only with the ailments, physical or mental ailments, it's even with the relationships, with the surroundings that we are, our global format, how we think about other countries, how we react with them, how we react with the situations, all work there together. So when it comes to healing, when we heal a person with the physical diseases, we work on these ailments. But do you know that each energy center also holds the mental, whatever, let us say now, if I am facing depression, where is it? Where is the center for it? There is a center which holds this, stores this. This is a storeroom. Not all of your body accumulates this depression or something. There is a storeroom for it. There's this different storeroom for holding your depression. There's a different storeroom for holding your anger, your grief, your anxiety. There are different places. If you've heard of people having non-alcoholic liver disorder, now what is it? When you have accumulated lot of anger over a period of time, it gets stored in your liver. And that is how your liver gets damaged. It's not that because of drinking or not drinking. Yes, that can be one aspect. But even if a person who is non-alcoholic is also having those symptoms, it is because of this. Gallbladder. I myself went through that phase when I had to, I had severely, suddenly I was diagnosed with gallbladder stones. The stone had stuck in the duct and it had to be operated. And they were quite big stones and there's so many of them. So how does this happen? Then there were some scientific reasons for it. And then when I studied in the healing methodology, that is when I understood that there was a lot of grief and there was a lot of anger that I had not vented out. So over a period of year, I had accumulated a lot of anger in me, which had created those stones. So, whatever disease we are going through, each area has a place to store it. A person, we will feel is normal, everything is good. But if he has some grief, some anxiety, he'll store it in his lungs. And then we will find that this person is asthmatic or this person has lung infections frequently. Some kind of infections frequently. Blood purification is not done. Why did this happen? Why did this person suddenly have this? But yes, from the energy level, if you remove the grief and the anxiety, over a period of time, this person will recover and will be fine, absolutely fine. So this is how the energies work. And it is it is really strange that for everything now we think of going to or doctors taking medications. Yes, they are very helpful in case of emergencies. But we need to learn to handle our stress. If we clear up our stress levels every day. I'll give you one simple tip to all of you here and whoever is going to listen or listening on the live show on YouTube or somewhere. So I will give you one simple tip. Every day take a bath with crystal salt. Dissolve in 1 liter of water, a handful of crystal salt. Just dissolve it well and rinse your body before taking bath with the intent that this salt water extract and disintegrate all the negative and diseased energy that I have accumulated over a period of time. So when you do that, every day you're taking bath, you're doing that. So all the negative energies that you have built upon, if you have by chance, some infection, something that has come and it's sticking to your aura, your energy body, it'll all get washed off because you are giving the intent. And where does the energy flow? Energy flows the thought. So what is your thought? What is your intention? That it should extract and disintegrate. We are using the word disintegrate, which is very powerful. So extract and disintegrate all the negative energy and diseased energy. So when we do that, it just wipes it out. And over a period of time, you'll find you're becoming more healthier, much more better, and you're able to handle more stress in your life. Your day-to-day life goes smooth. I see that many of you are teachers here. I'd like to give you a tip for your students also. Just yes, crystal salt means rock salt, sir. It's not the refined table salt. Okay, so use that. Just take 2 thumbs, the right thumb on the left ear, the left thumb on the right ear. Just press that. The thumb has to be in the front and the index finger at the back. And you also squat down and tell your students also to. Let them squat down for 7 times holding this. This balances the right and the left brain. And it enhances the creativity of the child. It enhances the logical reasoning and the arithmetic, mathematics skills and all those things in the child. And it balances the overall energy flowing in the child. So sometimes we find that some children are not able to sit in a place. They're so hyper, running around in the class and distracting all students. That is because their energies are not balanced. There is an energy imbalance. When they do this, yes, brain gym. When you do this, This will balance their energies and it will help them to become stable. It's not that they intend to trouble you and they do that, but it is just because they themselves are not in control with the energies that flow in them. So when we do this, it not only enhances their memory skills, it not only enhances their learning skills, it also helps to balance their energies in their body, which will help them to settle down and listen and understand better. Another thing I noticed was, till the child is of the age 3, parents are, they're so anxious and they're so willing and to listen to the cute words that the babies speak, the mama, papa, this, that, and all that. They keep telling the child, speak, speak, speak. बात करो, कुछ बोलो. अरे बच्चे ने आज बोल दिया, पापा बोल दिया, आज मम्मा बोल दिया. The child is so like, I was called today. And then the child steps into school and the school says, quiet, keep quiet, keep quiet. Don't talk in the class. So, we are giving 2 different signals to the child, which is very confusing. So at home, we tell them to speak. They come home, we tell, what rhyme did you learn today? What did you learn today? Speak up, speak up, speak up. In the class, we are told, don't speak, let the teacher speak. So we give different signals, which leads to a confused child. And today, our children are the most vulnerable children. Because on one end, we have mobile or any gadget for that matter, which has rhymes playing for them, TV, everything they have is, giving them that thing. And on the other end, they don't know where to use that. The school has a different phenomenon to work with. The parents have a different phenomenon. The society has a different way of dealing with it. So there's so many confusing signals that these children get. And for your, I don't know, I think most of you must be aware. Now, even children of the age 2 and 3 are being diagnosed with stress and depression, which is not any good news for us. It's not at all a good news for us that the children of age 2 and 3 be diagnosed with stress and depression. So we need to work our ways out. And yes, if you could bathe your child, because the energies that children have are very delicate. So if you could just rinse them with salt water and with the intention, let all the negative energy of this child get flow out with it. Let the diseased energy flow out with it. Even your children will start being healthy. If you could instruct the parents of your students to do this for them, be it any age group, even be it elders, senior citizens, even if they're bedridden, if you could do just this, sponge bath them with salt water with the intention to remove diseased and negative energies, their recovery will be faster, the medicines will work better with them, and they will be able to live those last days at least in a better way. So actually, I would have loved to make you all feel the energies in you, but I think we have some time constraint, so I'll leave it. Leave that for some other session. But yes, it has been an honor to be with all of you here today and learn so much and know all of you here. So I would again thank Akashji for giving me this opportunity, and thank you Priyanka ma'am for hosting me so well, and thank you all for being great participants. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Bhairavi ma'am, for sparing your valuable time with us. Actually, I could understand you must be very busy because you are a healer and must be surrounded around with the people. But ma'am, it was really a great experience for me to hear from you, because you have connected the things which actually I have never heard, like having a bathing with using a crystal salt can help us in healing in many ways. And you have shown us the flip side of the coin, like if anybody is suffering with the kidney stone or the gallbladder stone, we always used to blame, and if anybody is get the liver infection, we blame because you drink a lot or something like that. So but there is a flip side of the coin, we must correlate the things. And I do agree with you, because if we find my mother is suffering with sugar or the thyroid, so I expect that soon I will also be going to suffer with it. So this is the feeling of the acceptance, and as the affirmation work, तो वो हम अपना mindset पहले से ही कर लेते हैं, ठीक है मम्मा को है तो मुझे भी होगा ही होगा, और जब हम पहले से कर लेते हैं हम track करते हैं.
I would like to add on here that I also do cellular healing. So you know what? Our cells change within 1 week. The whole body cell, head to toe, They all have different lifespan. Some have few hours and some have few days. Okay, from head to toe, your cells change every week. Okay, but then why are you retaining that disease? Though you are taking medications, everything. Why is that disease still in your body? My parents suffered with disease. My mother was a blood pressure patient and my dad was a diabetic. He did all his diet, he took all his medicines, but he died with the complications of diabetes. But if the body, the cells are changing every week, then why did he have it for so many years?
Okay.
Right? We need to rethink this. It is because when the cell dies, it leaves the information to the next newborn cell that continue this program. And that is how your disease continues in your body.
So, ma'am, it could be stopped at that phase also, na?
Yes,
when the cell is reconstructing.
Even if you have had diabetes, let us say for 10, 20, 30 years, it can still be reprogrammed. Yes, it will take some time, few weeks it will take, because the old cells should stop leaving the memories behind. They should stop giving the instructions to the next cells behind. So when we do cellular healing over a period of 4 to 6 months, we have seen people come out of even diabetes, even cancer, be it any ailment for that matter.
Wow, ma'am, that's wonderful. That's really
Yeah, and one thing I would like to say that there are two factors that help here is like we need to be aware of is one is your karma. If you are supposed to live and die with that disease and its complication, it will not help. A healer will not be able to help you. Yes, maybe they will be able to reduce the suffering that you have. And another is the efficiency of the healer. How efficient or how aware the healer is, it depends on them also. So these two factors will be there to consider. And yes, I would say you have to take the medications as and when required. Do it, but don't become, see, every medicine has its own side effect. When a diabetic is taking his medicines, over a period of time, it leads to heart issues, it leads to kidney issues, it leads to eye issues. So why is it like, if it is supposed to heal you, then it should be healing you. Did pancreas start functioning better? No, they are not start functioning better. Then how did the medicine help you? Right? It is and if you notice, the dosage has increased over a period of time. Earlier, it would have started with a small dose. Over a period of time, the strength of the tablet has gone up, or the number of insulin has gone up, injections what they're taking has gone up. Then how is the medication helping you? We are only under the assumption that these medicines are helping us live better. Yes, they do help us, but we need to also work with our energies and help our bodies to rejuvenate. We need to give them that chance to rejuvenate. And it is possible, it is capable of doing it. If you go back and see our sages, they say they lived for 100 years, 200 years, God knows how many years. How did they live? That time there was no medicine, there was no technology.
We can conclude that
no
we should be, a patient should also be very affirmative and very positive.
Yes, they have to be receptive
for his
to
or
this.
her own health.
Yes, they have to be receptive to this, then it will work.
Exactly.
So yes,
exactly.
we can have elaborate session on how these energy healings work, and I think every house, every family should have one energy healer.
Akash sir, we may plan a separate session for ma'am, for our team.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. We may plan a separate session for our team.
For all.
Yes.
Let us do it for all.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much, Bharvi ma'am, for joining us today and sharing some valuable tips with us. Okay, so it was actually I am really very grateful to Akash sir, because today our session was on the mental and the physical health, and we have these speakers from different genres. We have educators also, we have business entrepreneurs also, we have color therapists also, our Sharda ma'am, we have healers also with us. So it was really a very vibrant session. It was like a vibgyor. Really thankful to you, Akash sir. Okay, now I would like to request Dr. Bedkar sir if he would like to add something to conclude the session. Is sir there with us? Okay, so then I request our very own Akash sir to express his gratitude towards our speakers.
तो यस यस, थैंक यू। और सबसे पहले तो आपका ही बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद है, क्योंकि ये सब मैनेजमेंट आपने आज का दिन बहुत अच्छे से किया है। जो अपने दूसरे मॉडरेटर्स थे, ऑन टाइम थोड़ा मिसकम्युनिकेशन हुआ, फिर भी मैम ने इतने अच्छे से समझ के वो सेशन को कंटिन्यू किया है, तो उसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और जो टाइम डिले हुआ है उसके लिए बहुत मतलब उसके लिए सॉरी सभी स्पीकर्स से, क्योंकि थोड़ा हुआ, पर इसको ध्यान में रखते हुए आगे उस पर काम किया जाएगा। और सबसे सॉरी तो भैरवी मैम से ही कहना चाहिए, क्योंकि उनका सेशन लास्ट में था, तो सॉरी, बट आपका सेशन बहुत अच्छा रहा। और सभी स्पीकर्स का पहले तो शारदा मैम, रितु मैम है, मंजूषा मैम ने काफी अच्छे एग्जाम्पल शेयर किए थे। साक्षी मैम है, उनका रियल स्टोरी था, मैं खुद उनकी स्टोरी से जानता हूँ, क्योंकि उनका बुक लॉन्च करने वाले थे हम फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड में, पर वो हो नहीं पाया, दूसरे वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड में उनका बुक लॉन्च हुआ था। फिर उसके बाद विल्मा मैम, शी इज फ्रॉम ब्राजील, और ब्राजील से वो हमारे लिए टाइम निकाल के आए, उसके लिए उनका भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद है। और फिर भैरवी मैम, you rock the session, last पर बेस्ट। और को फिर से एक बार धन्यवाद ऑल पार्टिसिपेंट्स, थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग। फिर मिलते हैं, दिस इज फर्स्ट डे, नेक्स्ट डे और अच्छे से प्रिपेयर होके आएंगे, और अच्छे से कुछ और चीजें अपन सभी को सीखने को मिलेगी अपने गेस्ट स्पीकर से। तो फिर कल नए स्पीकर से मिलने के लिए रेडी होते हैं। और जो लिंक शेयर किया है चैट बॉक्स में, प्लीज फील दैट, फीडबैक शेयर कीजिए, सजेशन से सजेशन शेयर कीजिए, ताकि हम ऑल सभी हम इम्प्रूव कर पाए, उस चीज पे काम कर पाए। और आपके सजेशंस ही है जो हमें और बेहतर बनाते जाएंगे। और सभी कोर टीम मेंबर्स का फिर से एक बार धन्यवाद है, क्योंकि उन सभी ने ये सब कुछ प्लान किया है। और लास्ट बट नॉट लीस्ट, सोनिया मैम का भी धन्यवाद है, क्योंकि उन्होंने वो जो टाइटल है, उन्होंने जो थीम सोचा है वो काफी इम्पोर्टेंट है। वो एक सेशन की वजह से ज्वाइन नहीं कर पाए। फिर भी फिर मिलते हैं कल ऑन सेम टाइम। टिल टेक केयर, ग्रेट नाइट, बाय बाय। किसी को कुछ शेयर करना है तो एब्सोल्युटली ग्रुप में शेयर कर सकते हैं। टाइम ज्यादा हुआ है इसलिए क्वेश्चन आंसर्स नहीं है, पर फिर भी आप क्वेश्चंस हमें पर्सनली शेयर कर सकते हैं। आप सभी के पास व्हाट्सएप नंबर होगा। आप फीडबैक फॉर्म में जहाँ पे आपको सजेशंस का ऑप्शन है, वहाँ पे आप अपना क्वेश्चन शेयर कर सकते हैं, ताकि हम वो एट द एंड ऑफ द डे आपका जो मतलब 3 लकी विनर से उनको विनर घोषित करें, और आपको उस लकी ड्रॉ का फायदा ले सकते हैं। तो फिर से एक बार सभी स्पीकर्स का धन्यवाद। प्रियंका मैम, थैंक यू फॉर योर सपोर्ट।
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Priyanka ji.
Thank you, Basil ma'am. Thank you so much for all these speakers for being